One, two, one, two. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. Yeah, I like that. Bring it in nice and smooth on a Sunday evening. Yeah. One, two, 1 2. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, that's more like it. Sounds a little more full like that. Give people a few minutes to pull up. Come on in. Have a seat. Make yourself a drink. Make yourself a sandwich or something. You know what I mean? We're going to be here for a little while. We're going to let this ride for at least another minute and a half. Know what I mean? Phone lines open. 515-602-9602. Phone lines open. Chat room is open. All that good stuff. Let's see who we got in the building. Tony D in the building. Hello from Warner Robins. What up, Tony D? Got my man. We got Charles Booker in the building. What up, big bro? Peace. Thanks for pulling up. You know what I mean? We're gonna do this. We just walking them in nice and smooth before we jump this off. You know what I mean? This is the looped version with none of that auto-tune shit. Enjoy the beat for what it is. Yeah. Eric Swartz in the house. E-Money, what's good, my dude? Thanks for pulling up. That's my man. We're gonna have a good time with this one today. Yeah, I see you. All right. Yes, sir. 1 2 1 2. Coming to you live Sunday night, 8:14 p.m. It's your host, Ace World, coming to you with that Sunday Night Smoke podcast, everybody. Thanks for pulling up. Thank you for sharing your Sunday evening with us. We're going to have a little fun with this today. In the house, I have my lovely co-host, T. Roney Robinson. What up, T. Roney?
Hey, hi, everybody. Sunday Night Smokers. How y'all doing out there?
We getting it in, goddammit.
Yes, we
Yeah.
back.
How was your weekend, Roney? Talk to me real quick while we let people pull up, give them a few minutes to grab a chair and come get that in. Talk to me. How was your weekend?
It was good. It's good. One of my ventures, many ventures, didn't pan out. So Sunday was today's my first Sunday in a long time. I had free. Woohoo!
Yeah, big up to Free Sundays.
So I spent it and went and got some incense because I love incense.
Oh, okay. Well, incense are good when you're smoking that weed in the crib.
For whatever reason you may have.
I know you don't,
incense.
but I'm just saying. I was just saying. Nah, I mean, y'all didn't hear that shit from me.
How was your Sunday?
Good. Usual, typical Sunday. Getting it, you know what I'm saying? Getting my Sunday on like usual, smooth weekend. Usually nice and smooth. I like to lay back, take it easy.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't do too much. The weather was kind of crappy. It was kind of rainy today, like half and halfy. You know what I'm saying? So That shit was kind of trash. I'm not really rocking with that. But we're just gonna let it be. So anyway,
Okay.
we're just gonna jump into the game. Let's see what we got in the bag this week. Haha. We got Planet of the Apps. Social media addiction. Let's get into this shit. All right. So as we know, everybody's into the social media thing, including us, because this is a podcast, but this is a form of social media, I would
Yes.
assume. I'm not saying I don't want to classify it as something that it's not, right? But we're gonna get into the pros and the cons of this, right? But I would specifically say we're gonna start with the cons, and then we work our way to the pros. How about that? We keep that shit backwards. Some ass backwards thinking in this month. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at something real quick. So I'm gonna take
The clip. Here goes the clip.
yeah, time to take the clips out. God damn it, take out the clips. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's take these motherfuckers. Let's pull the clips out. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this up right here. That'll be and then we're just gonna roll right into this. This is Dr. Cal Newport live on TED Talks. All right. And he's talking about quitting social media. So let's see what he has to say about this.
All right, so you probably don't realize that right now you're actually looking at something quite rare, because I am a millennial computer scientist, book author, standing on a TED stage, and yet I've never had a social media account. How this happened was actually somewhat random. Social media first came onto my radar when I was at college, my sophomore year of college. This is when Facebook arrived at our campus. And at the time, which was right after the first .com bust, I had had a dorm room business. I had had to shut it down in the bust. And then suddenly this other kid from Harvard named Mark had this product called Facebook, and people were getting excited about it. So it was sort of a fit of somewhat immature professional jealousy. I said, I'm not going to use this thing. I'm not going to help this kid's business. What's that ever going to amount to? So anyways, I go along my life. I look up not long later, and I see that everyone I know is really hooked on this thing. And from the clarity you can get when you have some objectivity, some perspective on it, I realized this seems a little bit dangerous, so I never signed up. I've never had a social media account since. So I'm here for two reasons. I want to deliver two messages. The first message I want to deliver is that even though I've never had a social media account, I'm okay. You don't have to worry. It turns out I still have friends. I still know what's going on in the world. As a computer scientist, I still collaborate with people all around the world. I'm still regularly exposed serendipitously to interesting ideas, and I rarely describe myself as lacking in entertainment options. So I've been okay, but I'd go even farther. I'd go even farther and say not only am I okay without social media, but I think I'm actually better off. I think I'm happier. I think I find more sustainability in my life, and I think I've been more successful professionally because I don't use social media. So my second goal here on stage is to try to convince more of you to believe the same thing. To see if I could actually convince more of you that you too would be better off if you quit social media. So if the theme of this TEDx event is future tense, I guess in other words, this would be my vision of the future, would be one in which fewer people actually use social media. Okay, so that's a big claim. I think I need to back it up some. I thought what I would do is take the three most common objections I hear when I suggest to people that they quit social media. And then for each of these objections, I'll try to defuse the hype and see if I can actually push in some more reality. So this is the first most common objection I hear. That's not a hermit. That's actually a hipster web developer down from 8th Street. I'm not sure. Hipster or hermit, sometimes it's hard to tell. So this first objection goes as follows. Cal, social media is one of the fundamental technologies of the 21st century. To reject social media would be an act of extreme Luddism. It would be like riding to work in a horse or using a rotary phone. I can't take such a big stance in my life. So my reaction to that objection is, I think that is nonsense. Social media is not a fundamental technology. It leverages some fundamental technologies, but it's better understood as this, which is to say it's a source of entertainment. It's an entertainment product. The way the technologist Jaron Lanier puts it is that these companies offer you shiny treats in exchange for minutes of your attention and bytes of your personal data, which can then be packaged up and sold. So to say that you don't use social media should not be a large social stance. It's just rejecting one form of entertainment for others. It should be no more controversial than saying, I don't like newspapers, I like to get my news from magazines, or I prefer to watch cable series as opposed to network television series. It's not a major political or social stance to say you don't use this product. My use of the slot machine image up here also is not accidental, because if you look a little bit closer at these technologies, it's not just that they're a source of entertainment, but they're actually a somewhat unsavory source of entertainment. You know, we now know that many of the major social media companies hire individuals called attention engineers who borrow principles from Las Vegas casino gambling, among other places, to try to make these products as addictive as possible. That is the desired use case of these products, is that you use it in an addictive fashion, because that maximizes the profit that can be extracted from your attention and data. So it's not a fundamental technology, it's just a source of entertainment, one among many, and it's somewhat unsavory if you look a little bit closer. So here's the second common objection I hear when I suggest that people quit social media. The objection goes as follows: Cal, I can't quit social media because it is vital to my success in the 21st century economy. If I do not have a well-cultivated social media brand, people won't know who I am, people won't be able to find me, opportunities won't come my way, and I will effectively disappear from the economy. So again, my reaction is, once again, this objection also is nonsense. So I recently published this book that draws on multiple different strands of evidence to make the point that in a competitive 21st century economy, what the market values is the ability to produce things that are rare and are valuable. You can produce something that's rare and is valuable, the market will value that. What the market dismisses, for the most part, are activities that are easy to replicate and produce a small amount of value. Well, social media use is the epitome of an easy to replicate activity that does not directly produce a lot of value. It's something that any 16-year-old with a smartphone can do. By definition, the market is not going to give a lot of value to those behaviors. It's instead going to reward the deep, concentrated work required to build real skills and to apply those skills to produce things like a craftsman that are rare and that are valuable. To put it another way, if you can write an elegant algorithm, if you can write a legal brief that can change a case, if you can write 1,000 words of prose that's going to fixate a reader right to the end, if you can look at a sea of ambiguous data and apply statistics and pull out insights that could transform a whole business strategy, if you can do these type of activities which require deep work that produce outcomes that are rare and valuable, people will find you. You will be able to write your own ticket. You will be able to build the foundation of a very meaningful and successful professional life, regardless of how many Instagram followers you have. So this is the third common objection I hear when I suggest to people that they quit social media. And in some sense, I think it might be one of the most important. So this objection goes as follows: Cal, maybe I agree with you. Maybe you're right. It's not a fundamental technology. Maybe using social media is not at the core of my professional success. But you know what? It's harmless. I have some fun on it. Weird Twitter is funny. I don't even really use it that much. I'm a first adopter. It's just kind of interesting to try it out. And maybe I might miss out on something if I don't use it. What's the harm? So again, I look back and I say, this objection also is nonsense. In this case, what it misses is what I think is a very important reality that we need to talk about more frankly, which is that social media brings with it multiple, well-documented, significant harms. And we actually have to confront these harms head on when trying to make decisions about whether or not we embrace this technology and let it into our lives. So one of these harms that we know this technology brings has to do with your professional success. So I just argued before that the ability to focus intensely to produce things that are rare and valuable, to hone skills that the marketplace values, that this is what's going to matter in our economy. But right before that, I argued that social media tools are designed to be addictive. The actual desired use case of these tools is that you fragment your attention as much as possible throughout your waking hours. That's how these tools are designed to use. Well, we have a growing amount of research which tells us that if you spend large portions of your day in a state of fragmented attention, So large portions of your day where you're constantly breaking up your attention, take a quick glance, do a just check, let me just quickly look at Instagram, that this can permanently reduce your capacity for concentration. In other words, you could permanently reduce your capacity to do exactly the type of deep effort that we're finding to be more and more necessary in an increasingly competitive economy. So social media use is not harmless. It can actually have a significant negative impact on your ability to thrive in the economy. I am especially worried about this when we look at the younger generation coming up, which is the most saturated in this technology. If you lose your ability to sustain concentration, you're going to become less and less relevant to this economy. There's also psychological harms that are well documented that social media brings that we do need to address. So we know from the research literature that the more you use social media, the more likely you are to feel lonely or isolated. We know that the constant exposure to your friends' carefully curated positive portrayals of their life can lead you to feel inadequate and can increase rates of depression. And something I think we're going to be hearing more about in the near future is that there's a fundamental mismatch between the way our brains are wired and this behavior of exposing yourself to stimuli with intermittent rewards throughout all of your waking hours. So it's one thing to spend a couple hours at the slot machine in Las Vegas, but if you bring a slot machine with you and you pull that handle all day long from when you wake up to when you go to bed, we're not wired from it. It short circuits the brain, and we're starting to find that it has actual cognitive consequences, one of them being this sort of pervasive background hum of anxiety. Now, the canary in the coal mine for this issue is actually college campuses. If you talk to mental health experts on college campuses, they'll tell you, along with the rise of ubiquitous smartphone use and social media use among the students on the campus came an explosion of anxiety-related disorders on those campuses. So that's the canary in the coal mine. This type of behavior is a mismatch for our brain wiring. It can make you feel miserable. So there's real cost to social media use, which means when you're trying to decide, should I use this or not, saying it's harmless is not enough. You actually have to identify a significantly positive, clear benefit that can outweigh these potential, completely non-trivial harms. So people often ask, okay, but what is life like without social media? That can actually be a little bit scary to think about. But I've found from people I know who've gone through this process, there can be a few weeks that are difficult. It actually is like a true detox process. The first 2 weeks can be uncomfortable. You feel a little bit anxious. You feel like you're missing a limb. But after that, things settle down. And actually, life after social media can be quite positive. There's two things I can report back to you from the world of no social media use. First, it can be quite productive. So I'm a professor at a research institution. I've written 5 books. I rarely work past 5 p.m. on the weekday. Part of the way I'm able to pull that off is because it turns out if you treat your attention with respect, so you don't fragment it, you allow it to stay whole, you preserve your ability to concentrate, when it comes time to work, you can actually do one thing after another and do it with intensity. And intensity can be traded for time. It's surprising how much you can get done in an 8-hour day if you're able to give each thing intense concentration after another. Something else I can report back from life without social media is that outside of work, things can be quite peaceful. So I often joke I'd be very comfortable being a 1930s farmer because if you look at my leisure time, I read newspaper while the sun comes up. I listen to baseball on the radio. I, honest to God, sit in a leather chair and read hardcover books at night after my kids go to bed. It sounds old-fashioned, but I'll tell you, they were onto something back then. It's actually a restorative, very peaceful way to actually spend your time out of work. You don't have the constant hum of stimuli and the background hum of anxiety that comes along with that.
Now I'm going to stop that right there, right? Enough of that piece right there. But this gives you a general idea of someone that actually put down the social media and decided that he's going to do without. So he actually increased his focus and, you know, a lot of good things. We got Tony D in the house. What up, T? How you? Let me take this down and bring you guys back up. We're gonna bring Roni back up.
I'm trying to keep it down back here. I don't want my background too loud on you, so.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Like now, for example, I know the presentation may have been a little dry, but it's not about the messenger. It's the message, right? So like he's pretty much saying that this social media thing is like really it could jam us up a little bit if we're not careful. Pretty much is what he's saying, right? If you get too addicted, if we doing this too much, it's just like anything else, right?
Thanks.
Hold on, let me bring you up, T. It's like
Let me
anything
get my
else.
headphones. Let me get my headphones. You good? Keep going, bro.
Yeah,
Keep
go
going.
ahead, go ahead. Yeah, let me think you. Yep, no problem. So Roni, how do you feel? How's your social media game? Like how much are you on it? Like are you looking at the phone every 5 minutes? Like what's your take on that?
I am on social media. I do have a social media presence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one. Most of my most of my friends know I'm not very Facebook friendly.
Okay.
Um, I will have a Facebook account for like like maybe 2 3 years, and then I'll close it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll restart it only because I don't um, I don't concur with some of the values behind some of the owners of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's very hard to totally eliminate it because of everyone else being on Facebook.
Got
It's
you.
like even businesses are on Facebook now, and now they upgraded to Instagram. And with Insta, I don't have an Instagram account, but Instagram has been pretty, from what I'm seeing, a lot of
Mhm.
um, an easy way to start small business, to get your small business going.
Okay.
And so I don't have Instagram. I do
Mhm.
have Facebook. I do have Twitter. Um, I do have Pinterest, which I mean, I love Pinterest because I learned so many different things.
Mhm.
I'm not on TikTok. I have a conspiracy theory based theory behind TikTok. Those are like the main ones, I
Go for it.
believe.
Let me hear your theory on TikTok because this is opinion radio. This is opinion radio. This is what we do, right? And I want to hear your opinion on that because that's actually on one of the hashtags. So let's talk about that. What's your opinion on this TikTok? How do you feel about that?
Um, when TikTok did first come out, it came out with another website,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very how do you say without offending?
It was what? It was what?
It was very internationally based.
Okay.
It was not meant for Americans, really. It was meant as a way to it wasn't.
Listen, don't hold no punches back. This is
Right.
Sunday Night Smoke, God damn it. We don't play no games here. We shoot the shit straight up. So stop trying to be politically correct.
I have to.
Or if anything, send me a text and I'll say the shit.
I'll do that. I'll be like,
Fuck it. Send me the text, God damn it. Come on. Let's get this shit live. It's Sunday. We doing this shit. What up?
So it went
We ain't
for
holding no
us,
punches in this
rather, and then
motherfucker.
it melded into us. It was to me in the beginning a way to base off of our American cultures and
Mhm.
to get in there. And now it's being promoted, and it's
Mhm.
great. I mean, it's kind of like Pinterest, but it's video based. Um,
Mhm.
but there can be an addiction to it, and you see what's going on, which is why I
Lottery.
favor kind of Pinterest and Twitter, because you really can't do some of that live stuff
Mhm.
and that copycat stuff that you
Yeah,
can do
that
with
fuck
like
boy shit.
Facebook.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
The lottery, the ass
No,
shaking,
well, no, no,
I'm
no.
just saying
It's not
anything that's
even.
bullshit. Just anything
No,
that's
it'd be
bullshit. Or what?
even to me. Well, I guess you're thinking of the lottery, but I'm not. I'm thinking of, like, say, the challenges, and some of
Yeah,
these
that's
kids are
bot
doing the
shit. Yeah.
challenges
After the
off of
challenges and stuff.
face.
Shit.
Like, you got a lot of people committing suicide on Facebook Live, killing
Right.
people on Facebook Live,
Right.
and then with
We're
TikTok,
gonna
you
get to
have.
that too. Let's stick on ticks. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna roll this shit out slow. We got an hour at least. This probably be a
Okay, yeah.
2-piece fucking around. So let's stick with the TikTok, and then we're gonna roll through IG, OnlyFans, all that other shit. We're gonna roll through them joints one by one. We're gonna break these shits down.
Yes, yes, yes.
Fuck
Go
that.
ahead.
Let's get
So
busy.
yeah, I guess that's my start of this conversation. How I am on social media, my presence rather.
Let's get busy. TD, what you got, Playboy?
I love how she was trying to
Yeah, fuck that political shit.
be
Politically
she was
correct,
trying to
man.
be all
Just
nice,
give it
and
a
then she
fuck.
tried to end it real smooth and everything. That was real cool. I'm gonna give you that.
I'm not into smooth shit. Only musically.
Right. The biggest thing
You
about the
know.
social media addiction, it was
Mhm.
spoken last year. That has officially become a diagnosis. Actually,
Mhm.
it was the online gaming. I think the social media has one, and if not, it's already coming because cats are crazy with it. I admit
Mhm.
I'm on there all the time, but it also comes from me getting my notifications. If you got a notification off of any and everything, you're going to be looking at it all the time. But
Mhm.
we don't look to, I think this is more about the attention you get from being on social media, what you don't get from the phone calls, what you don't get from the face to face, what you don't get from the people that you know or grew up around, or even family. So
Mhm.
I understood everything that he was saying up there. And the
Mhm.
biggest issue has been online predators, the
Mhm.
scam artists,
Mhm.
cyberbullying. I think those three are the big issues more than anything. I mean, even me
Mhm.
as a grown man, I'm gonna just say grown man by my age, because every now and then I don't act like it and I really don't care. But my whole thing is I'm up here a lot. It's fun to me. I got
Mhm.
friends that's in different states, some in other countries that I
Facts.
knew and grew up with. Then I got people that I met up here that we ain't got no drama. So
Mhm.
I'm good with it, but I know exactly what they're saying. Some of us are addicted to it, but you also got to look at the fact that we can't trust who we around half the time. So you get up there, they was talking about there's 6 billion people in the world. You just find a few that you good with that's like you. They ain't looking for nothing, and you straight, which can lead to it, to which I
Mhm.
get them a decent argument. But we
Yeah.
just got to watch the crimes being created behind it, the ignorance coming behind it, and then the abuse of it more than anything. And that goes on all the platforms. I mean, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Haps, I'm on Snapchat, but I got these platforms for specific people. Let me go ahead and throw that out there too, if you don't mind.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Get busy. Get busy. Mhm.
The biggest thing when I first got on, I came back from the desert in '09. My
Mhm.
sister was like, "You need to get on Facebook." I said, "I'm not doing it."
Mhm.
The military was against you being on social media because of how much you put your information out there. And I
Yeah.
gave them that. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. My sister said, you need to get up there. I said, I'm not, because if they need to find me, they can email me. She said, nobody emails anymore. All right, Bumper, set my Facebook up. She set my page up. The first day I had 40 requests. All my high school folks were looking for me. All right, cool. So I rolled my high school folks. Then my military folks found me. All right, cool. I'm rolling with them. Then
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody this is where they write about what they're saying about the addiction. I got on that damn Mafia Wars. It was over. It was over. I'm gonna just go into it. It was over. It was a wrap. It was a
That shit
wrap.
was popular. Yeah. Fact.
Dog, my friends list tripled off of Mafia Wars, and the game ended years ago. I'm still good with 100 of them right now, and we never met. We can conversate. Yeah, we got a separate little page. We got a group. All right, cool. With Twitter, I just got up there because my Facebook went down one day, so I made a Twitter. All right, bumping. I'm barely up there. This platform has helped my Twitter page more than it even realizes. So the both of them need to stop beefing with each other and keep this mess going. Instagram, one of my for real. And I told them how I did it. I mean, we got to put the justification out there over the criticism on everything.
All right. Now,
With go ahead. I'll shut up.
let me think you before you get to IG. No. I just wanted to think before we got to IG because we're gonna work through the hashtags. Because last time you like, damn, I be,
Yeah,
I
we
gotta
used
work
3
through the
hashtags
tags.
on last count.
Yeah, I be fucking them tags up, dog. I be fucking them shits. So I want to try to, we're gonna roll them shits. So we're gonna roll out this TikTok thing right here, and then
Yeah.
from there we're gonna hit the IG. All
Okay,
right.
TikTok, I'm not on. Just so
Let's roll this
I'm
out.
not on there.
And this is why you shouldn't be. Stay tuned. Keep your ears open. Let's go. Pay
I'm
attention.
already here. You already know what it is.
Let's get busy.
I'm missing Kanan for you, just so you know.
Don't you talk about it. I'm catching up to my past. I want to see episode 6.
Right. No, so forth.
Blowing up her phone. Okay, when we
All right, guys, we're gonna jump into this. All right.
I think I saw this. Yeah.
But if you didn't, you're gonna see it again
You keep
today.
doing it
God
again.
damn it.
if a girl's interested and you do these things,
Let's
she'll
go.
love it. But if she's not interested, she'll hate it. So start being cautious and take some notes. Blowing up her phone. Okay, when we like a guy, we want them to show us that they're interested. Okay, but if we don't like you and you're blowing up our phone, it's creepy, weird, and you're about to catch a block. Physical touch, okay, in a liking setting, it's very romantic, hot, and just, we love it. Keep going at it. We love to see it. But if we don't like you and you do it, it's creepy and horrifying. And I'm about to.
Okay, so far we understand If a chick likes you, text her a lot and grope her a lot. Okay, got it.
Being mean, okay, being mean to us. You know
You're ugly. Mess with her head, okay?
how some of y'all, a lot of you flirt with like being rude or like dissing us. If we're into you, it's like hee, teaseful flirting, blah blah blah. But if we're not into you, it's like, oh my god, you're a fucking asshole, and I hate you.
Okay, once
Now let me just stop this for 1 second, just to let y'all know what this is, right? This is a TikTok video.
That's
Okay.
long. For a
Listen.
TikTok video.
Go ahead, T-Ronnie. Get him, because I'm ready.
Well, it gets longer, goddamn it. So what I'm saying is this: when you put yourself out there, right, on TikTok, we got loose dogs, we got all kind of shit going on here. We got dogs on TikTok, we got TikTok, right? And when you put yourself out there like that, you leave yourself open, right, to be criticized, ridiculed, disrespected, everything else. Because remember, right, you have the cyberbully thing going on, right? We also have we have no ASPCA in the house today, so we're gonna let the dogs rock.
Let
We're
him
gonna let
rock.
the dogs out. You have the cyberbullying, you have the shaming, you have the you know, your comment, your comment section can go crazy and all that. So people will put themselves out there, and this is what happens. People will take your video and they'll just straight this.
again, man, if she likes you, it's okay to say she looks like trash, absolute crap. If she likes you, that is. Okay.
So just be careful.
If a chick comes to your house and she doesn't want to do the do and go to Pound Town, but
Why is she shocked? Why is she shocked? If a chick comes to your house and she doesn't want to, do the do, as he said, or another open. I'm never going to do that again. But of course, as a man, you invite a woman to your house. Of course, you expect to obviously have some banter, and then she can bust it open, yeah, properly.
Word.
I have no idea why she's shocked.
I genuinely don't know if this is a parody account or not. How do I even unpack this? How do I this whole disgusting idea that like women are
Whole
just
TikTok.
these like mythical creatures.
Bullshit.
Yeah, sorry, no one thinks women are mythical creatures. Good women, good, decent women, amazing women. Oh, that's a myth. Please, those sorts of women don't exist anymore. Yeah, modern women. Yay, yay! Oh God,
That they're just not human beings is fucking astounding.
women are human beings. Women are human beings. Don't get it twisted, man. They are human beings. But some
Now listen, when you put yourself out there, like you see several people, they just take your videos, right? And they'll just shit on you. Okay, just generally speaking. So you put yourself out there, right? But if you're speaking certain things, people may not really take too kindly to it. You know what I'm saying? So people are not really humble when they come on these platforms. They come and they yeah, you know, and
They always putting it down, being 100% open, telling everything about themselves, right?
well, one thing is well, like, you know, telling everything about yourself is one thing, right? But like for example, I know opinion radio very good because this is what I do over here, right?
Right.
Right. So everybody's entitled to their opinion. So you go on, say TikTok or Instagram or whatever, right? You go on there, you put your little video up, your little short video, this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
You gotta remember, there's always people out there that are always looking to, you know what I'm saying, right?
Manipulate.
People that are always looking to troll your shit, or you know what I mean? This people that just don't do anything but straight up troll.
Right.
24/7. So me myself, I don't do social media. I never have, never will, right? If it's not associated with the podcast, right? So have you guys, any of you in particular, had any issues with trolling or people just popping up in your media? Like, who the fuck is you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how complicated is that shit when you're doing it? Like, you know what I mean?
Ladies first.
Generally, Ron, you do you have trolls and shit popping up in your joint? Or
I'm very lucky. I don't have trolls.
Mhm.
I never had trolls in my accounts because with my social media accounts,
Mhm.
I put it on. Well, not to say they can't break the privacy. No, you know what? Let me stop lying because yeah. Now that I think about it, Facebook is like numero uno as far as like not trolls, but you get friend requests from people you don't know
Mhm.
often.
Mhm.
And then you could turn it down. Of course, you don't have to be their friend,
Mhm.
but it does get annoying. And they do hack into Facebook quite often,
Mhm.
which is why I just dislike Facebook. One of the many reasons why I dislike Facebook. Um,
Mhm.
But going to back to what your statement is about TikTok. I mean, I don't know if we're finishing or wrapping up the discussion about TikTok,
Yeah, go ahead.
but
Drop back in. Yeah, go ahead. Mhm. Mhm.
but with TikTok, because my niece, the young one, the 8-year-old one,
Mhm.
she's on TikTok. She has a TikTok account,
Okay.
and she does create cute TikToks. Like they're all not,
Yeah, it's not
opinion
all just
based. Huh?
yeah, it's not all just girls shaking their ass and stuff like that. That's only half. The other half is, I guess, clean, wholesome fun, or not even half. That's probably a small percentage, but it just
Right.
gets
The girls shaking
magnified
their
'cause the
booties and all that.
dottery,
That's
yeah, the dot shit.
it's very small. What you see mainly on TikTok are
Yeah.
videos of people doing hacks, which is that's really the thing that kills me about even Pinterest. It's always a hack.
For some.
And that's
Mhm.
what like to me is just ridiculous. Now even Facebook is getting out of hand with all the hacks.
Shit, give me some hacks. Fuck that. I'll take a free hack. God damn
No,
it.
you don't want that
No,
stuff. You
they're
don't
out
want
of
that.
hand,
Yeah, they
right,
out of control.
What,
Tony?
Yeah, real
what a
talk.
hack
Real
is?
They're
Wait. Let me clear this up. I'm sorry. A hack isn't a hack something a faster way to do something easier and
No,
more efficient?
they just
no.
took that the theory of hacks, and just threw it in the trash. Now
Right.
hacks is just
Uh-huh.
any dumb idea
Uh-huh.
to get you to
Oh,
watch their video so you can follow it and do the same thing.
that's trash. I was
This
under
is
the impression
very dangerous.
yeah, like that dumb bitch that put the crazy glue in her hair, or the fucking asshole that doubled down and said, "Oh, that's not real," and put the shit on the fucking red party cup and stuck it on his lip like a jackass, like that type
Right.
of hack.
That's not a hack.
Tell him
Or
again. Tell him
is that a
again,
jack?
T. Ronnie. Go and give it to him. Go and give
Was
it
that
to
a
him.
So like,
jackass?
okay, a hack. And me and my sister would just my younger sister, she just gave me something like this that was a hack, quote unquote, a hack.
Mhm.
One of the hacks was how to eat a mango. I don't know if you've seen this one.
See,
But
he just got hacked right there. That's a hack right there.
That's
That's a
not
hack.
true.
That's a
All you
hack.
do is you just wash the shit off.
did you
That's
see
a
it
hack.
go off too?
Yeah, he
Okay, I
didn't see
would
the screen
have
go
pretended
off.
like
Yeah,
I
just
didn't see
by
it
that.
I saw it. The feds are on me, but
Right,
fuck
right.
'em. Go ahead. Let's keep
That's
these
it.
hacks. Get these fucking hacks popping. Mhm.
Okay, so you have this girl who's eating her mango regular way. We peel and eat. You yam off it, just But you have this guy who's showing us the hack of how he cuts it down the middle on meat, and then he opens it up, and then he cuts it across, then he cuts it diagonal, and then he scoops it. Meanwhile, she's like halfway finished with her mango already, but he's doing all this, making it all pretty and showing you the easier way, quote unquote, easier way of eating a mango. So that's like a hack, right? And there's like more than this. There's one hack where I seen this lady or cook spaghetti. So
Who?
she
Go ahead.
okay, so what she did was she cooked her noodles. This was a TikTok.
Go
by
ahead.
the
Go
way.
ahead.
She cooked her noodles, put it on her kitchen counter, put all the noodles across on the kitchen counter.
Spread it out on the counter.
Yes. Tony, did you see this one?
No.
Finish telling us this crazy shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is bananas.
This is some fucking.
And then she pours spaghetti sauce
On the
on
noodles.
top because I guess
Yeah.
How much?
Plain
on
and simple.
straight on the counter, no nothing under,
For the
not even
fucker that
aluminum
did
foil
that,
underneath.
you know what, for the fucking stupid lady that did that. Like we ain't got time for this shit.
The hacks are
like-
OD'd.
All
Like
right.
there's like some hacks I will say, like I learned,
That's trash.
I
That's a
did
bad-
learn, but some of those it's I want to say now it's like
out of
60%
control.
hacks on
Yeah.
all these channels now. Not
Okay.
Twitter though. I don't see hacks
So
on
mostly
Twitter.
TikTok. You got these hacks. All right. So we're
TikTok
gonna say
and Facebook.
okay. So we're gonna say fuck them hacks. Right.
Facts.
Them shit is trash. All right. So any fucking
Not all
idiot.
of them.
All right. Well, whatever. You just you made two totally ridiculous examples of a fucking hack. You could have made a good example, but you telling us dumb shit like this dumb
Exactly.
lady.
I sound
That's
dumb
what they
telling
do,
it to you,
though.
right? But it comes up in your feed, and you're like, "What is this? How is this a
That's
hack?"
what they're doing.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. So since you decided to make two bad examples, I'm just gonna shit on the whole hack game now.
I found one good example. I found one good hack. So
All right. Can you apply it in everyday life? Like
yes, you could. I guess if you have a ring that's too tight,
mhm.
instead of trying to glue it out or Vaseline it out,
If it's
take
too
a piece
tight
of
on your
string,
finger, it's
roll
on
it
your
up,
finger already. Mhm.
and then pull it out with the string.
So they got to do hacks. Oh my god. Oh, shit.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to Instagram now.
Let me jump in there.
We're gonna go to IG.
Let me get a piece of this, bro.
Get a piece of that shit because we're gonna go to IG. We're gonna get. We gotta get this shit. We gotta step this up now. Go ahead.
I'm not even going to front to you on it. They bullshitting you straight up. I don't know who sent you them bullshit ass videos.
They're all
fucking
who put
trash.
spaghetti noodles on the counter? They put sauce up there. Who's eating this shit? That's first of damn.
Yeah, like
I'm not lying about this. This is a real video. We'll find it. Let me find
yeah.
this thing.
No, don't
Nah,
find it.
I
Don't
want
find
shit.
it. We're
Don't
not
find it.
interested.
Go ahead and
No,
delete
please
the hell
don't
out of
find
it.
it.
I want you to delete it out of the digital.
You're the only
camera.
one that was amused by that shit.
Somebody, no, we didn't amuse her. She was just saying a witness, and I got
But
it
it's
right.
horrible.
For me though, the hacks was like IG's the worst to me.
We're gonna
Because
get on that next. You
Instagram,
can roll. You
I'm
can roll us
getting-
into it. You can roll into it if you want. Roll
Instagram,
into
I'm getting
IG.
friend requests from people I don't know that
Mhm.
know people I know. And then when I ask them, they're like, I don't know who that is. And then I'm getting requests from people who don't know nobody I know, which is the biggest violation on Facebook. So why would you do it on Instagram? I'm getting it on it
Crazy.
daily. I mean, as far as trolls, I got trolls, goblins, hobgoblins, Ewoks. I got all of them on these things, man.
Ewoks too.
Ewoks, yeah. I got all of those little fools, man. I got imps.
The Ewoks
I
are
got
nice.
some of the Ewoks are cool,
Outta
but these
here.
leprechauns is too
Only the
much,
ones in the
man.
movie.
All of them out there. But IG got people coming out of nowhere, and I've been telling people, don't take no friend requests from me if you ain't already on IG with me. Matter of fact, when I tell people I'm going to link with them on IG, I call them on the phone like, listen, this is my account right here, because IG is absolutely out of control. I mean, these are dope pages. These international mail order brides. All I'm like, yo, where y'all coming from?
Wow.
Been Russia. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yes.
man, I ain't
Yes.
dealing with that. Twitter's easy. They're gonna jump
Audience.
on, you can delete them, but you don't even know half of your followers on Twitter unless you're following that close or that serious. Facebook, I had them popping up. Ethiopia, Scandinavia, Georgia, not Georgia in the US, Georgia in Russia.
The literal Georgia.
Yeah, the country. Yeah, I had
Literal
Yugoslavians,
Georgia.
Bosnians, all of them. I'm like, yo, who these fools? I mean, chicks is hitting me up from Africa talking about, hey, first of all, you don't speak English, so I'm already deleting your ass. I'm not doing this shit. It's just out of control up here. But the hacks mainly are the people like somebody sending you a fake account, and the whole conspiracy came from.
Oh shit.
They were trying to say they were Chinese or Russian. That's just a stereotype. I'm not calling that a fact. But it was people just trying to jump in on your account, see who your friends list on, find out your personal information. Pretty much, if you're on social media, y'all ain't got mutual friends. You can't confirm who it is through your mutual friends. Delete their asses. Plain and simple. You can't sue them. You can't do nothing about them. Facebook can't do
Right.
nothing about them because any and everybody can make an account and they can friend request any and everybody. It's up to you the way not to accept it. A lot of the celebrities was going through it. Yo, this is my account. Plain and simple. Don't take nothing from nobody else. And that's all it is to it.
Man.
Yeah,
Let's talk about this IG shit right now.
yeah, but this
Since we
spaghetti
on
story
IG.
was too much. I'm sorry.
No, never. We just rolling,
We got
man.
somebody
Nah,
more for you. Don't worry.
Right,
Nah,
right,
we
right.
rolling.
Spaghetti-
nah,
right.
we just roll with that shit. It's never because that whenever you go into the, this is how we do it here. So after
Right.
you roll, just roll. There's no
I
apology.
would have
to this
never ate
motherfucker. We
it.
just
No,
rock.
I would have never ate that spaghetti. I can't understand these
Fuck
people.
that
with the stuff
crazy
they do.
broad.
She
It
was
was a
on
hack.
drugs.
So,
Yeah,
It wasn't a
she was on
hack. It was a
drugs.
fucking stupid act. So
That's
we're gonna call it a stacked. Fuck that. So now that we on IG,
we
we're
need
gonna
an
step this
episode
up.
on the hacks because there's
Fuck
so
that.
many.
We're
We
not
can do
fucking
that.
with no
Yeah,
hacks.
we can do that. We can
If
do
you
that.
want
No,
hacks,
for real.
go
You
on.
gotta
All right, listen, we got to keep this show rolling. I'm not
Go
trying
ahead.
to shut shit down, but we're not fucking with them hacks right now. If you got people selling food on counters and shit, we're not doing
Right,
that.
right.
Fuck them hacks. We on IG right now.
Oven roasting combat boots and shit.
Yeah, niggas is doing dumbo shit just to get a ha 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 hee hee ha ha like
Attention.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
I said,
outta
attention.
here.
Yeah.
This is the real attention we're about to roll into right now. We're gonna talk about the Instagram, right? So you rolled into the Instagram. So now we're gonna talk about this right now. We're gonna roll into the Instagram thotties now because a lot of people use it for, people use it for business, right?
Mhm.
We got people that use it for promote their events, right?
They do.
And then you got hoes on there straight up selling ass, and that shit is gangsta. And it's a lot. And it's like, they took down the Craigslist, but Instagram picked up with the prostitutes, right? And we don't know about this. This is nothing secret.
No. Right.
So let's talk about some this video was titled The Instagram Dubois Whores. Let's see what she has to say.
They call what?
The Instagram Dubois Whores. So for example, let me ask you a question. Each of you guys, right? Have you let me see, because maybe you don't know, maybe you guys are not familiar with this, or you've never heard of this, right? So let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Instagram models selling vagina online?
No.
Yes or no? No? Well,
truthfully, no. Stereotypically, yes.
Well, I'll tell you that they sell vagina online.
I believe it though because of how they look.
You'll pretend. You'll almost say pretend. You'll classify yourself as a quote unquote model, right? But you're really selling pussy. So you'll say I'm a model, right? Here's my DM. Holler at me in the DM. So somebody will go in the DM and say, "All right, I got $1,000. Come set me off," and they do it, right? And it's like legal. I mean, I guess prostitution is legal in some states and it's illegal in some states, but it's basically prostitution online. Let's fucking call it what it is. Let's not clean shit up. This is a fucking adult show. This whole selling pussy on Instagram too, and that's what it is. So let's talk about somebody that knows somebody that actually does this. Let's get it in.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Godiva here. How are you guys? I want to talk about a topic today that's just really bothering me because it's just so sickening and disgusting. It's about these girls on Instagram who call themselves models, of course, okay, which is like a key term for prostitute considering what they're doing, which is even worse than that. So the whole thing is, in case you don't know, which I didn't know until like recently. And it's funny because I had a friend who went over there and she never told me what happened. And I was like, why the fuck would you go to Dubai out of all places? Like, you don't need to go there for a photo shoot. That's just weird. Something's going on, But she never told me what was going on. She got back into the States and then she bought a new car and all this stuff. And obviously I knew she did something, but I didn't know, it could possibly be this horrific and just vile. It is just horrible. So these girls are going over there, and mind you, these people are Arabic and they're Muslims, and these people hate us first off. And these American girls are going over there and selling their bodies. And it's not just that, it's just there's more to it than that as to why it's just so vile to me and probably everybody else. Like for a screenshot, for instance, that I read. Here you go. Okay, this girl is talking to the person or whatnot. Okay, so this prince, okay? Okay, so one have to go. I sent you 11. Which one we leave? They can't even fucking spell, so it's hard for me to cropophilia and orgies. Those will receive $25K, and the rest will receive 15,000 USD dollars. You can leave Marta. Okay, all agreed, all 10. $250,000 USD. Okay, if you don't know what that is, cropophilia, it means shitting on somebody, and it's fucking disgusting. These girls are allowing these men, these whatever fucking Arab men to literally defecate on them and piss on them and humiliate them and sexually assault them, all for what? Some money so they could buy some purses and shoes and a bunch of United States crap that they don't really need. They're not doing this to get themselves out of being poor or, you know, debt. They're doing it just to buy crap. That's the whole point of this whole thing. It's just like, you know, disgusting. I never really understood like what was going on with all these girls in this, you know, these different countries. I thought they were just going on trips as friends. I thought that's just all that they were doing, but no, apparently not. And a lot of these celebrity girls do this too, and they show it. I mean, you just have to like look it up. It's not hard to see what's going on when they're in these places, and it's a very big place for celebrities to go. I mean, the point is that these girls, no wonder no men have respect for us anymore. I mean, when so many women are doing this and all for the wrong reasons, not, you know, because they're desperate and they're trying to survive and they have a family, but for like, you know, goods. I mean, that's what it comes down to. No wonder men have no respect, you know, no wonder all these men think that we're, you know, horrible, disgusting people, because a lot of you are, and you need to stop doing this stuff. It's just not worth it. You're literally selling your soul to the devil for a little bit of money for a little bit of time that's not going to last long, and you're going to have to remember what you did for a long time for the rest of your life. Is it worth it? I mean, really, afterwards, is it really worth it?
It's hard to wash all that shit off.
It's just so vile to me. It's just disgusting. It's something that I couldn't even imagine a dollar amount on it to even think or consider doing something of this sort. I mean, it's just upsetting. It really is. And it's sad, you know. You don't even have to human traffic the girls from the United States.
Nope.
They're just willing to go. I mean, everybody's just like a fucking prostitute or a hooker nowadays. It doesn't even matter. It's just really, really bad. I mean, what happened to just, you know, people just being good people and having morals? What happened to this? I don't understand how overnight it's literally just went away, you know, and everybody's morals are out the door. Nobody has any, you know, feeling or conscience or anything like that. It's not okay. This is disgusting. I feel really bad for the generation below me and below that. You know, these people are screwed. And for things like marriage, nobody takes anything seriously anymore. No people take relationships seriously anymore. That's why it's so hard for all these people, you know?
Bro, I ain't gonna front. She nailed it. She nailed it. But you know what? There's a very strong catch-22 in what she said. There's a very strong catch-22. Women ain't gonna let you do nothing for cheap. And if you're gonna do something, you're gonna pay them. $250K. That video don't need to go out no more because the airlines are gonna fill up for all the women go over there and get $250,000 to come right back. I'm not even joking. That's a lot of cash, and chicks will do that shit.
They'll do any fucking thing.
They over here catching hell for them little $40 hookups. Somebody gonna go ahead and do that for $250. You ain't even gonna sleep with them. They gone.
No, you don't sleep with them. You just shit and piss on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They still virgins when they come back, and you don't know no better. You just married a woman that got dumped on, man. Get out of here.
Piss all over you. We ain't gonna fuck you. We're just gonna shit on you and rub it in your face.
Yeah. That's why R. Kelly was out of jail for so long, because they're doing it. He was telling us something. Spoiler alert. He was giving us the truth. That's what they're doing.
Jesus.
Ladies, you ain't got to do that shit. Ladies, you do not have to do that shit. Let me tell you as a man, ladies, you do not have to do that shit. I'll be lame. I'll be a 2-minute brother, but you ain't got to get dumped on for no $250,000. Come on, man.
No, they not. No, they only paying $10,000, and that's for several shits and pisses. No, that was for 10. Tony D. That was for 10 girls. Listen. $25,000 to get shit on by multiple and urinated on by multiple guys. And if you just want to get shit on by one guy, it's $10,000. So she's had 10 girls that wanted to get shit on and pissed on by multiple guys for $250,000. So it was a package deal. That I just want to be clear about. No, I wanted to be clear about that because I watched that before I played it. Eleanor in the house, goddamn it. Eleanor, talk to us. How do you feel about this social media madness? We already passed the TikTok. We're on the Instagram model portion of it, and from there we're gonna move on to OnlyFans.
am
This may be a
down
little
for,
shocking for somebody just
um,
waking up. What's up? What's up?
as long as you're an adult,
Yeah.
you kind of need to make your own choices.
Yep.
I don't agree with it. I think that's disgusting if you want to be pissed and shit on. But honestly,
Pays good.
I guess so. I would just end up vomiting. I couldn't like.
Oh, shit.
Right,
I
right.
could,
Oh shit!
you
Literally.
know, that would
Mhm.
probably like get my pay decreased if I threw it back on them.
Oh.
Like, but I'm, you know, I mean,
Oh shit!
sex work is like the oldest work ever. It's always going to be
Facts.
there because
Mhm.
people like sex, and some people seem to not either be able to get it or get what they want. And I'm not against like people and their fetishes, unless it's peeing and pooping on. That's just it's gross. That's like I mean that's so many germs and just that's I mean you could get sick, you could get that's
Right.
just that's just beyond. I'm worried about the people doing it and the people that's weird. That's dirty is what it is. Animals don't roll in their own crap. I mean,
That
except
is-
dogs occasionally.
Only pigs.
Most of them, I mean, they keep their that separate from like it's that one I can't even handle.
You can pass by. Yeah, pass that one.
She said she was
So-
going to decrease her
look.
case of throwing up.
so,
No,
so
I mean,
all right.
no, I mean they do that, and I would throw it like I couldn't hold it.
Just-
I don't know how anyone could do.
Imagine what that room smells like with
Oh,
10
no.
girls, just 10 girls, and I wonder how many how many. All right, we're gonna move on then. Fuck that. All right, because I'm not getting shit on.
The cats and doing it, just, selling themselves.
Yeah.
As long as they're adults and that people, buying it are adults and
Yeah, it's your
you know,
pussy. Sell it if you
I'm
want. Fuck it.
fine with. I'm fine with
Okay.
that. Like,
Mhm.
I'm actually more pro make it legal because then it becomes safer for the people doing it. I'm not really sure I want it on like Instagram and shit though, because I do have kids that are, I mean, my boys are older, they're adults, but I still don't.
It's there.
Yeah,
if you-
it's there, and they could be on there when they were like 16, I believe, and I don't want them running across that stuff when they're 16. I mean, I know they can these days. Anyway, but let's try to make it not so like here you go, here it's right here.
Well, I think
like-
it's more so the pictures are right there, right? The pictures of the women are there.
Right.
So when you
Right.
look at the picture or you subscribe or whatever, that's when the whole get in my DM and I'll tell you how much I'm charging for the
Yeah.
pussy. So that's kind of how that rolls. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's out there. Wherever there's social media, you will find women trying to capitalize on prostitution. I mean,
right.
just
And I
generally
just think
speaking,
that if it's like more legal, there can be like actual like legit website. Then my kids can find it easier. No,
But you know what? They just take your ass outside on the block because there's tracks everywhere. God
That's
damn it!
actually where I live. I'm not even
The
kidding.
block ain't safe no more though. That's the problem.
Can,
Hit the track.
can
You
I
got next,
add
Ronnie.
too,
You got
not
next.
just women?
It's not just
Yeah,
women, right?
Men
There
too.
are a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
used to sell
men.
dick. I'm joking. Yeah, men too. Men
There
too.
are a lot of
Yep.
men selling. Like you think it's
The-
more women because you favor women, but
No, I
it's
just think that there's
actually-
more women in the world than men, so the numbers are always going to be a little lopsided. But you got
50-50.
female adult entertainers, and then you have male adult
I
entertainers.
would
So
love to
it
see
goes
the
both
numbers.
ways.
No,
Go
no,
for it.
no, and not in that sense. I would love to see the numbers, like fact numbers, because there are a lot of men. Now you have men who are prostituting for
Yeah.
for women, but you also have men
yeah.
who are prostituting for men,
She's right.
and that
She's
number
100%.
is
Yeah.
very high.
Yes.
Okay.
She's right. She's right. And
Okay.
the bad
So
part is
men
a lot of
selling-
them were
so-
manipulated.
Gay men,
Men selling booty out there
prostitution
too.
is very high.
They're selling the hookup of the women.
Well, you
They're
know why I
selling the
never
hookups
knew
just
because
like
I'm
the
not looking
women.
for booty, so I only look for the hoes. So when I
Nah,
see the
and I
hoes, I
heard
see what
about
it do, but I'm not really looking for
So
the
I
fellas.
know
So I'm
that's
not
why I was
sure.
saying.
So
I
talk,
know you,
yeah, talk
because
about
you're
it.
thinking that because you're seeing a lot of women and that there's more women in the world than men, but if you on
right.
that type
It's
of
more
social
men
media,
selling dick. How much does dick cost, and how much do the men
Smoke.
charge to get shitted and pissed on? Is
Smoke,
the
let me
next
stop
question.
you right there. Let me smoke you right there. That's not all, bro, that's
Like,
not all they
I'm
selling. That's not
Yo,
all they selling. That's what she's trying to tell you. That's not all they selling.
What are they selling? They giving up their
What you
booty
think?
or selling their booty too. Well, everything,
Yes.
whatever. How much are they charging for their booty?
Let's
How
just
much are
say
they charging to get shit?
prostitution, because there is not
That's
just
male
women doing the
prostitution. It's the same
prostitution.
thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm
Male and
saying
female.
don't just say it's a lot of women prostituting. It is
Okay, it's a lot of men and women.
It is men prostituting though a
It's
lot, and
more
they
men
go hard.
prostituting. You know what?
with-
It's more men prostituting.
No,
That'll make you
I'm not
feel
saying
better.
it's
God
more
damn
men.
it. Let's
I'm saying
go.
there's people prostituting online, but the
Okay.
men go hard with their prostitution.
You can't come with a soft dick. You gotta come hard. God damn it. What are you talking about?
You missing
So
the
am
point.
I right?
Yeah,
Like,
she's
okay,
right.
y'all
You missing the point. They're not selling the front. They're selling the back and the mouth to let the women
there's
know.
their prostitution
not a
is kind
market.
of different than a
There
female.
is a market.
It's a
for
bend
that.
over. It's a bend
Yes.
over.
Yes.
I'm
it's
sure there
bend
is a
over
market for everything.
It's
Yes,
about
there is.
looks. It's about looks. They sell
Okay.
beauty. They start with selling their beauty just like a female.
Mm-hmm.
And then their
Men
habits.
sell looks. And then
Okay.
just like there's thottery with
Mhm.
females, you have the thottery with men.
Yep.
And the only reason why I say that, and I'm pointing at
It's true.
like
Go ahead.
gay males, is because
Mhm.
the danger is so there
Yes,
with
it is.
prostitution.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
You know what I'm
As
saying?
far as
Like
male
it is,
prostitution,
huh?
well, as far as is
Prostitution, period. Prostitution, period. Prostitution,
like-
period. Straight
oh,
up.
okay, just prostitution, period,
Yes.
or like it's more danger in male prostitution. I just wanted to be clear on what you.
No,
Yeah,
in
because amongst us, we'll
prostitution.
take you out. See, the fellas will take you out. The women
Mhm.
are being sought. The fellas are getting taken out. Some of them being set up. The women are too. It's crazy out there. All that
Yeah, I
online
think-
prostitution is
I
entirely
think when you're
dangerous.
in that
Mhm.
position, when you are a sex worker, I don't think it matters if you're male or female. You're putting yourself in a very vulnerable spot. That if
Absolutely.
someone wants to do something horrible, they will do something horrible. They will
Right.
seek out that person. They will do it. I don't think it matters if you're a male or a female. When you have a psycho deranged person that wants to harm someone, they will find a way to harm someone. And people
Mhm.
that are doing sex work, it's much easier. That is a profession that it puts you in very high risk for something happening.
1,000%.
Yeah,
1,000%.
it just is. It is. I mean, I ask any detective and anybody that's worked like murder cases. It's
Mhm. Mhm.
people in high risk places
Yes.
get killed more often than they get killed often.
Yeah.
Many serial killers have sought out
Jack the
working
Ripper.
folks and working
Jack the
yeah,
Ripper. Yep.
to
Mhm.
kill because nobody.
Because they're hiding it.
Nobody cares about them. They're separated
No.
already from their family. Usually, they've already
Mhm.
got a lot of them have addiction issues.
Mhm.
So they're already in places that they're just nobody's really
Looking for
looking
'em.
after them or caring for them. They don't have a partner. They don't have a lot of friends around. So they go missing and nobody really cares is what it is.
You'd be
Somebody
surprised.
cares, but nobody goes looking for them right away. So that sets up a lot of time for evidence to disappear and things to.
Yeah.
It's easier for the criminals to get away with it, and they know that.
There you go.
Yes. Because some of those people may be social like outcast or by themselves or whatever. But at the same time, but at the same time, you'd be surprised. It could be the girl or the boy next door that's selling that ass. Right. So don't
right.
and there are people that are very
There's always gonna
socially
be outliers to every
yeah,
situation.
there's always gonna be outliers. Yeah, but I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Eleanor, you good with pulling up numbers? I don't know if that's a good question. I wonder what's the percentage? Like, how many of the people are just like out there that are selling ass online, and how many of the people are just regular everyday people that are just selling ass to get money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there are just regular people, right? That are college students, that are male and female, that are selling their bodies. Drug addicts, male and female, selling their bodies. People
Struggling
are.
parents,
It's
all
going
that,
up. Yeah, it's all around. So I didn't want to make it seem like it's only girls selling it. It's everybody selling.
What about those pretending? So
Pretending they're selling?
Yes. So remember, Ace, I sent you that link about the scam rap.
Okay.
And
Yes.
that guy, he went on, like part of his scam, one of
Mhm.
his many scams was to go on social media and pretend that he's a female.
Oh my
And
God.
he catfishes them, and he tells them, and he actually does this: the $2,500 the guys will pay the girl. Like he'll say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come and meet you. Just pay me the money. And so they'll cash at them or like whatever Instagram payment method. They give him the money that he'll go over there and get pissed or crapped on or whatever.
Oh,
And
shit.
then he's off. Like he ghosts them because that's his scam. Because he knows what the guy's gonna do. The guy's gonna be like, oh, cops, I was gonna fly this girl over to piss on her.
The shit on her.
He can go to the cops. So
Facts. Yeah,
he
those
gets
crimes are.
posers. You know, when you put yourself out there on social media
Yeah.
as somebody who's online prostituting.
Oh shit.
The game is
Yeah, that-
strong, y'all.
It
The
is.
game
It's
very
gangster.
strong.
He's gangster. It's definitely listen, man. Listen. It's out there. It is what it is. I ain't fucking with it, but it do what it do. Let's talk OnlyFans right now, right? So now OnlyFans, when the pandemic first began, right? OnlyFans had already been in existence. And you've already had some like male and female. I'm always gonna say male and female because I don't want anybody to say, oh, you're bashing now women. But you have male and female, right? People out there, sex workers, OnlyFans. So there were some people, oh, I make $50K a month on OnlyFans and this, that, and the other. And I saw one podcast in particular where there was some 20-year-old girls that were getting their OnlyFans on, and they may have seen a couple of $1,000s and got very, very excited and was like, wow, I could do this probably 10, 20 years. Right? I don't got to learn how to read or do any fucking thing else. All I got to do is just get naked on OnlyFans and get donations. And they thought that they were going to have a long, sustained career of doing that. But now it turns out OnlyFans is going to clean itself up and purge itself of all of the sex workers. So for all the people that thought they were going to have a 20-year run selling ass and pussy on OnlyFans, that dream is now disintegrated. So now,
you
right?
can't have no website. You can't, because
Listen.
as soon as you get one, boom.
Everybody's selling, everybody's bending over on the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a shame. It's a shame, right? It's any website people like. First thing you're gonna see is twerkers, people bent over, male and female strippers, like you know, it is what it is. It's a business, right? It's a business. So OnlyFans, you also have regular people like celebrities, right? But that's kind of what it was probably engineered for in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, the say the Kevin Harts and the whatever's, and you know, the famous people and shit. You know what I'm saying? So OnlyFans. So you a fan of theirs, you pull up, maybe drop a deposit, watch a little comedy skit or some shit, and you keep it moving. You know what I mean? But you know, once the word got on the street, here these motherfuckers, here come the scrippers and the Chippendale niggas in the you know them motherfuckers. Here they come. Here the naked people come with they bullshit trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? They know how to fuck shit up. Like. So
and they start off slow. They start off really slow and subtle.
Like show one nipple and then work their way around.
And then get more people, because now they, instead of being a site where they're showing like an exercise routine, they got all booty routine. So they're showing more booty. That gives them more viewers. And then they'll show more titty. And then, you know, then all of a sudden it's like
straight butt naked. They on the pole.
pole's good exercise.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You got it on that one. Okay.
I'm just
That's
saying.
my line.
That's her line. She the first one I heard say it maybe 20, 30 fucking years ago. Like, god damn. I said, that's some corny shit. Like, who the fuck is she? I'm like, she who? Who the fuck is she? Anyway, though, that's what she said. You know what I'm saying? But now, think about this now. Online prostitution, right? We're just gonna move right along this shit, right? Online prostitution, male and female, right? It's like ordering a pizza, I guess, right? Is it a good idea if, say, you're single for a while, you're in a slump? Could you just order up a quick meal, right? And then at the same time, Right. Is it safe?
That's the question right there. That's the whole
So I can
This
jump
is a
online.
question.
I can jump online right now and order me a couple of chicks to come through the studio. Not the shit and piss, because I already took a shit before the show.
Yeah.
Took a shit before the
I
show.
looked at his face.
Right.
Catch me after the
But,
detox.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I can order some chicks just to come pull up right now and just turn the camera around and just have them whatever do
You
it
get, like,
because it's like a
Uber Eats.
it's like a Grubhub or a fucking what you call them other niggas?
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, Uber Eats, or we call it Uber Beats. Because you know what I'm saying? They're about to beat something real quick. Uber Beats, right?
Just that mad spirit, mad citrate. Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, listen, I'm just getting warmed right now. I'm just warming up on this shit now. So you know, you get the selection. You get to just get it. You know, you just stay home and order out. Like we just gonna order takeout. So you just stay home instead of going out. Because remember, is it cost effective also at the same time? Like
yeah.
for example, you meet a nice young lady, right? Because this has happened to me before. Actually, I've met young ladies in public, exchanged phone numbers with them, right? And then when you contact them, right, they will say, you know, I'm a working girl, right? I was like, really? Where you work? Walmart, Target, a bank? I'm like, I hope you fucking working.
Get that money, girl.
No. This is the first time. No, working as in, you know, sex work.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that's what you do. So now I gotta weigh this shit out. Like, damn. All right. If I took her out to little get something to eat or something, right? That'll cost me maybe drinks, eats, maybe 150, and that's if you're going low end. You do like Applebee's or some shit like that for like 100, right? I'm gonna say, listen, so we gotta weigh this out. Thanks for telling me that you're a working girl, right? So instead of dating you, now we can just get your ass right to work. So how much is it to get this shit popping? You know what I'm saying? Because she's not playing no games. She about her bread. She could eat a fucking bologna sandwich at home before she come through and get smashed and things. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have been some bullshit if she would have came out on a date with you first, right? Ate on your dollar, you pay the bill and everything, and then you are making a beeline to the crib. And once you pull up to the crib, you know, like, yeah, this is what it do. Let's get this shit jumping. Yeah, no, I'm a working girl, right? Well, you should have told me that before we went to dinner, right? Because you could have worked this shit out. Right? So I appreciate the honesty, but it seems like far too many times this has happened. I've met too many quote unquote working girls on the street, and these hoes are mixed in with the regular everyday people. That's the scary thing about it. So you got hoes and prostitutes mixed in, male and female, of course, but I don't know about the males because I'm not fucking with them. But I'm just saying, so I'm just keeping the playing field even. They're mixed in with the regular people. So you would be in a regular place where you would supposed to meet like a regular person, like you know, well, I'm a sex worker. Well, why the fuck are you hanging out in a regular bar with the regular folks? You should be in the titty bar, right? Where sex workers need to be, right? Don't mix yourself in with regular people.
Happy hours where you get the good guys, I guess, the drunks, and they pay for it. So
no, happy hour is 2 girls for the price of 1.
It's a very good hour. It's a very good hour. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We're gonna testify on that one. Yes, sir.
Just letting you know. Just that's what word on the street is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this shit is crazy. So the male and female, the bend over gang is mixed in with the regular fucking people in population. Like you can't go to the supermarket and meet somebody. Like the regular places you would meet somebody, like a supermarket. Right. Well, the sex workers got to eat too, so them niggas got to shop. So we're gonna all right, fuck the supermarket. Supermarket, that's a neutral zone because everybody got to eat, right? Gas station is neutral. Everybody got to put gas in the car, right? But just like, well, if you know, if you got a car or not, you know, you may want to put some gas in a jug to fill up the lawnmower or something. Who knows? So the weed whacker. I'm just saying, like regular people in regular places, right?
Big up to the weed whackers.
Big up to the weed whackers.
I'm hoping you're talking about weed whacking.
Shit
I
is just-
really, my mind is like,
shit is flying 1,000 miles an hour. Shit is just
He took it
flying
there. He took it
everywhere.
there. I'm just saying, he took it there.
I'm
Biggest
like,
to the weed
okay,
whackers. Biggest to the working girls to tell you up front so you don't get caught out there.
Facts. Because that dinner date could have went to the actual Badussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we not gonna, yeah, like, don't make me waste 100 on the food, and you really want 100 to smash. Keep it a band. Keep it a band. So they all, you know what it is though, but they all kept it a band. Every time you, I've met personally any woman on the street that's, you know, later you hit them up on a jack or the jack the phone, you hit them up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So the online, you order something. It is what it is. Ain't no fronting. It's straight to the meat and potatoes. Shall I say? You know what I'm saying?
While
It's
we
straight
at it,
to
you know, the ladies that come straight up front and tell you,
yeah,
they're doing you that number one. They don't get themselves set up. Number two, you don't get set up. Number three, neither one of y'all get arrested. This is what it is. You down or not? Let's move on and let's keep it going.
Yep.
And that's for real. A lot of them are doing that. And I ain't mad at them for that. I don't even disrespect them. But if you tell me up front and say both of us a headache, I'm probably gonna pay you just for keeping me out of jail in the first damn place. Straight up. Yeah, for real. So there's women that do that. They'll listen. I'm into it like this. I just want to let you know up front. I'm like, appreciate it. I might not be down, but damn, yeah, you know, you good. Stay out of trouble. Don't get caught.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's actual. That's actual. Have any of you ladies ever met somebody that you know, you met them in public and then later on they'll say, you know, I'm a sex worker.
Right.
Has that ever happened? Eleanor, Roni, any of y'all too? Anybody ever encounter any wild shit like that?
I have friends that are sex workers.
Right.
Well, I got my friends and you got your friends, so let's get together and be friends.
Friends, right.
That's like you small from
Yeah,
daddy
my
shit.
friends
I
need
can't
my
say that
yeah.
I've ever no.
But
I've
you
never
know,
really been
people
one to pick up people in public though either. Like I just don't pick up people. I don't really go out much.
I mean, just maybe in the past, even like you know, throughout the course of your life, just in general, maybe when you were younger, or you know, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've met people. Yeah, but not people that I've like picked up and like we're on a date and they're like, I'm a sex worker.
Well, the key is they got to tell you before the date. That's
right.
the key.
They tell you before the day. They'll let you know up front. Yeah.
Yeah. Or this isn't a sex work thing. Like this date is not.
You
I'll
got to
pay
let
for
me
the
know.
meal, but I am paying for the meal to have you at the meal. I can eat by myself. That's
God damn it.
out of here.
go ahead, girl.
I can eat by myself. Like I'm trying to get my rocks off. Like I'll have a sandwich and do what it do. Roni, you ever met a sex worker in disguise as a civilian? We're gonna call that like a civilian. Like nigga disguised as a civilian. You a sex worker.
Well, I'm gonna tell you two things. One, the first thing, I grew up in South Jamaica, Queens, and
They got the South Side.
I grew up on 155th and 107th Avenue.
God damn, too much personal information. Okay, go ahead.
There's a point.
Okay.
There were a lot of sex workers. I mean, you could be their friend. You know, some of them you could be their friend, but I wasn't a bad kid, but we definitely chased a couple. We had to chase a couple, you know,
a couple of sex workers.
Little hoodlum ass.
They had a track in front of the crib, and they had to come out with the baseball bat.
Everybody from Queens, go ahead with that long ass story you telling. We from Queens.
We had
know where
to
you
chase
at.
a couple of them, and not had to, but we did.
From in front of the house is what you saying?
They were in front of the house. They would be like, you know,
you got to say that. God damn it, we need to know where you coming from. You saying you just chasing them? We didn't,
you know, on a corner or whatever. Some of them were good. I mean, like growing up.
wait, good in bed.
And some of them didn't look like straight trashy. Some of them look like
civilians
working, right? Civilians. They, you know, but they were just sitting on a corner, literally. Like it did a lot. That area was a ton of sex workers. So yeah, I must confess.
The fire alarms,
and
from the fire extinguishers, all that. Yeah. Yeah, all that.
I will confess and say that I did like some dirty deeds on a lot of sex workers that probably I shouldn't have when I was a youngster.
You mean dirty deeds as in acts of violence, or
Look at
dirty
her
deeds as in
actions. I'm
doing the
trying to call her
do?
out. She showed you the moves, man.
I know she's saying, but listen, you can just say it because you listen. For those that are just listening, some people are not watching. You got to understand that too. So those that are just listening, they don't know. They just like, damn, she did some dirty deeds with the sex workers on the corner.
Good point.
How
Good point.
nice.
I wasn't
You
very
know what I'm
nice
saying?
to them. I you know, whatever. So my second one
Mhm.
was, and it kind of what you had discussed about online prostitution.
Go for it.
There's a
Mhm.
story on Netflix, and I don't know if you know the story about Elisa Matsunaga,
Nah,
and
go ahead.
she was an online prostitute. She was a call girl, and she was her picture and everything. And the guy, he was a billionaire. He found her, he started dating her, and then he fell in love with her, and he paid her to take her picture off the website.
What a fool.
So he ended up marrying her.
Billionaire marrying
fast
dirty
forward, they were
pussy.
married for like 19 years. And he was cheating on her with another girl that he met on the same website.
Mhm.
He started cheating on her.
Oh, no.
And he did, and he had an ex-wife. He did the same thing. He met her on that website. He would rate them. So because it's a website, you can rate the girls, right? Based off of, you know, whatever.
Performance.
So anyway, long story short, she chopped him up in pieces, put him in a suitcase, and threw him in the woods somewhere.
What's the name of this movie?
No,
I'm on
It-
Netflix
it-
right now. I'm trying to pull it up. What's the name of the movie?
It's the story of Elisa. It's
it's a real
it has to
story,
be-
isn't it?
yes. It
Yeah.
has to be is you have to listen to it dubbed because it's in Spanish. Eliza she has a Japanese last name, Matsunaga,
It's
Matsu.
Elise Matsunaga. Once upon a
Elise
time, I got it.
Matsunaga. There you go.
I got it.
So yeah, long story short, he met her online. So he met her online
Mm-hmm.
as
Down
a
in Brazil.
prostitute,
Down
and
in
they were
Brazil.
dating for a couple of months. And
Wow.
he rated her number one at the time. He fell in love with her, and him and his buddies. So they all did this.
They all
They were
fucked
all
up.
like rich,
Yeah.
I guess. A few of his buddies. I won't say
They all
all
had
his
a
buddies.
share at that ass.
And no, they
Okay.
they weren't sharing each other's girl. They were finding girls on this website. This
Oh,
particular
it was him and his
website.
buddies. Oh, him and a group of billionaires were finding the women online. Okay. that's
Yes,
cool.
and
Okay.
then they would rate them. But like his MO was like he would, because he had an ex-wife. He
Mhm.
found her on the same website, married her. A couple months later, he cheated on the ex-wife with the new girl, the new hooker that he found on the website, and then ditched his wife for the new girl, and then married her a couple of years later, and he
This
paid
is a fucking
both
train
girls.
wreck.
Yo.
This is a train wreck. Well,
That's not
let me just say this.
True
If you're
story.
any,
I was
any
literally
billionaires out there listening, any billionaires with a B out there listening, stay away from street pussy. Okay. That's not gonna be a good ending. And let me tell you, just don't do it. Don't even get married. Don't fuck up that money, man. Don't fuck that money up. And you chasing street pussy or street
Take the
booty
loneliness.
or Oprah money sisters out there. Don't be chasing dirty street dick and male stripper dick. That shit is trash.
Facts.
Like. And then you got the nerve to marry that shit? Nigga, wipe that shit up.
He did,
Like,
and he paid
a
for her
pussy.
to get off the website. So he paid for her to take down her pictures or her images,
Oh,
so she
my
wouldn't
God.
sell herself anymore. So it was like Pretty Woman, right?
Jesus. Yeah, pretty fucked up woman.
Mm.
She killed the nigga. That's pretty fucked up of a woman. Oh, God damn. But like, yeah, man. So, oh boy.
So how's a
You
normal
don't-
girl supposed to compete with that when she bagged a billionaire? You know, like he finding her on the website. So
Okay, so
Oh man.
so my thing is this. So that's why we have so many regular girls and regular guys
not finding him
on the internet selling ass and pussy, right? Think about it, because they're looking at the Instagram thought that's getting flown out to get shit on,
Yeah.
or that's getting not necessarily going over there, or they're getting flown to a different state by somebody that has some good bread, some good money to buy their shit, buy their ass, or whatever. I'm just saying, just like it's it's when
I
you're a
mean,
millionaire,
the game's
don't
been
marry.
going on that hard, and this is what they do. So you're right in what you're saying, but
It's crazy.
it's not going to stop. That's the scary
Never.
part. The
It's
biggest
not.
thing is like
Never.
take that movie Taken. We ain't covered that yet. That movie Taken, that was rich dudes looking for girls. People set it up. The girls get drugged, and they become pretty much concubines. See,
Yeah.
that's the hard part of the game. You got people that's doing it legit. They'll go handle their business, and everybody's good to go. Nobody ain't got to talk about nothing. They got their money, got their rocks in their straight. But these ones that's getting kidnapped.
Yeah,
tortured,
That's
all
the
that.
numbers I was just looking at. Which is
Yeah,
Wow.
that movie Taken was real. People don't understand that movie. They happening for real.
Yes, it
That's
does.
happening for
crazy
real.
is
That's been happening.
60% of are runaways from home. They run away because
60?
they either have a disagreement with their parents or a fight with their parents, and then it's so easy for them to just hop online now and put up a profile. It's a little more scary when you're out on the streets. Less scary when you're doing it behind a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
60% of children reported missing as a result of running away become prostitution for some period of time to survive. Many of these youth who fled their homes because of parent or guardian disapproval.
You know what, Eleanor? Let me cut you off.
Yeah, they said stop selling pussy, and they
got
got mad and said, "No, I'm gonna leave then."
But yeah, but what's
runaways.
scary is it's the
As
average age for a
runaways, they
male
got caught
is
up in the
14.
game. Yeah. They got
Males
caught up in the game
14.
as runaway. They got kidnapped, and that was the only way they could make any
No,
money.
I'm getting to
Some
that.
of them run away.
Yeah.
I'm getting to that. Like, it's 14. The average for a female is 17. But
14 for men,
what
17 for
happens
girls.
is
Mhm.
they get these people see them and they'll meet them with them once, and then they will kidnap them. They will take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gangsta.
That's
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 that
a risk you
bullshit.
take. If you're selling your body, that's a risk you take. Like you may, and any call could be your last. Like, you could, it may be that psycho chick or that psycho dude that kills you when you go to, you think you're just going to sell a little something, have, whatever, make your little bread, do your little do and keep it moving, but you may end up getting killed. Facts. Facts.
Yeah. It says 40%, and this is just this is female. They don't have the numbers exactly on the male, but 40% of prostitutes that are formerly children prostitutes who were illegally forced into the profession through human trafficking or teenage runaways, then go on to continue it as adults, like
because they don't know nothing else.
Because they don't have an education, they don't know anything else. That you're right.
Yes.
They have a pimp. It's all they know.
Some of them get stuck in their head. They can't get over what they've been through, and they can't go back to who they were supposed to be, and they're stuck doing that. Yeah, that's real. Now
It says
you can't
90%.
even.
Where did that just go? Like 90%. Hold on, let's read it. 90% of New York prostitutes gave away at least one child due to protective services.
Yes. Because we don't want the child home while you're selling pussy. Get the kid up.
Right.
'Cause you're not
That's,
responsible.
I mean,
God damn it.
then to wrap it up, like if these, if you're not gonna, I mean, then those kids get put in a system, and how many of those kids in the system end up turning to something like this?
Going to hell. Yeah.
Average. My God, this is resident. Okay, so in a period of 5 years in Newark, is it Newark? It's pronounced Newark, right? New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
14 homicide victims were known prostitutes. That's an incredibly high figure for a city of 280,000 residents. With an average murder rate of 7 out of 100,000 persons. I mean, that's what you're looking at. I mean, that's and that's in one city. It's one city. That's not even
it's just one city. You're right.
And that's Newark, and that's a small town. Go ahead, Roni. I see you. Go ahead.
What happened to and including, like, let's say the Craigslist killer, right? That guy was picking up males.
I remember that. Yes.
Males, and he was dating all these males, and he was murdering them. And there was a female
booty sellers.
doing the same thing.
Jeffrey Dahmer was too, wasn't he?
He wasn't on
I don't know if
Craigslist,
he was buying hookers though. Yeah, Craigslist wasn't invented yet. I don't think. Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, but I'm saying as far as guys that was doing it, Jeffrey Dahmer was doing it too.
It's just a different way of them accessing it. But yeah, I mean, it's a very Yeah.
Listen,
Wow.
it's
Y'all
more
stop doing
normalized now. Now with the advent of the social media, it's much more normalized, is what I'm trying to get across. It's
Facts.
much more normalized. Before the advent of social media, right? You would literally actually have to go out on the streets and see people, and people see you in order for you to sell your product. Right? Whether it's booty or whatever, right? Whether you're male or female, you got to go out in public to be on a track, on a strip, to be seen to sell your product. Now, with the advent of social media, right, and the internet and everything, you can just go online. You don't got to be outside. You go online, and you right, but you're still taking the same risk, of course, right?
Facts.
Because you could that trip you take to go make a little $100 or $200 may be your last trip taken, right? It may cost you your life, but it's so much more normalized now, is what I'm seeing, and especially in the New York area, it's so much more normalized. Like I'm talking, like the people are starting, the male and females are starting younger and younger and younger, and it's, and you know, and we're in a let's see, when you're dealing with social media, right? Years back, before the advent of social media, also for regular civilians, right? And we'll get into this next week. For regular civilians, say for example, the average female has a job, a 9-to-5 job, right? Family at home. Say she lives with mom and dad, and she has she's 21 years old. She just finished college. She's just started a job, right? She's going to work every day. The only men she would encounter would probably be the men that she would see from the time she left her house, took the train or the bus, went to work, the co-workers at work, or if it's a retail business, the people that came in the store, and then you come home, right? Very few men have the balls to approach women, right? I want to say
On
this:
the
very
job.
few men have the balls to approach women, or should I say, shoot they shot.
Right.
So this average girl, right, before social media, would only be approached possibly twice a week, if that, right? If that, twice a week, men would have the balls to be like, "Oh, yeah, oh, excuse me, miss, how you doing? You got a minute? Let me have, what's your name?" Boom, right? Now with social media, she can just press a button, put up a picture, and have 500 people trying to fuck, like in your inbox, in your DMs,
Right.
500 people, right?
Yes.
People sending you invites to shit on you, everything. Like you're getting all kind of you're getting everything right now. Same thing with the men. Men, same thing, same shit. You're getting the same thing. A million girls ready to jump on the D right now, right?
Facts.
You don't even got to leave the house.
Yep.
So what that does is that inflates that. What that could do is, right, because you know it is a rating system. You have 1 to 10. If you want to rate a person, that's on a scale of 1 to 10, right? This can take somebody that's less than average, say me, if I rank a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? But yet I see 500 messages in my DM, and 500 people are down to fuck, and they want to do this, that, and the other, right? That inflates my self-value. So now instead of me being the 3 that I am, now I feel like I'm a 10,
Right.
or a 9 or an 8. But in reality, I'm just a fucking 3, right? So what that does is that gives you a false sense of your
Security,
sexual market
self-esteem.
value, shall I say, sexual market value,
I
right?
think it's
And-
even
and-
more
and
than that, though. It's
I'm just saying, I'm just throwing numbers out. I'm just
no, I
like,
don't mean the
whatever.
numbers. I just mean with social media, and it's all connected because kids are, like, killing themselves at higher because likes. Likes matter now.
Now, Eleanor, wait, I want to
Think
stop
that
you.
light-
I want to stop you. Wait, I'm sorry. I want to stop you for 1 second, right? I want to roll into this right here because we're going to get into this one last clip, right? And this is going to be addressing that kind of situation. Okay, so hang tight. We're going to just run into this real quick.
Yeah.
Hang tight. All right, let's rock.
I'm fat. Wow, I'm fat. She's only 19 years old. What am I doing with my life? Hey, 2 likes. Nice. Do I like this photo? Does she really need more likes? Hey, I hope I'm going to be invited to the wedding. What? One more like. Nice. Welcome to the internal monologue of a typical social media scroll. A monologue that so many of us have every day, but we don't think about. We don't talk about it. In fact, many of us can't even recognize it happening. I'm Bailey Parnell, and I'm going to talk to you about the unintended consequences social media is having on your mental health. I'm going to show you what's stressing you out every day, what it's doing to you, and how you can craft a better experience for yourself online. Now, just over a year ago, my sister and I took a 4-day vacation to Jasper, Alberta. This was the first no-work vacation I had taken in 4 years. On this vacation, I was going dark. I was turning on airplane mode, no email, and no social media. Now, the first day I was there, I was still experiencing phantom vibration syndrome. That's where you think your phone went off and you check and it didn't. I was checking incessantly. I was distracted in conversation. I was seeing these gorgeous sights Jasper had to offer, and my first reaction was to take out my phone and post it on social. But of course, it wasn't there. Now, the second day was a little bit easier. And you might be thinking I'm ridiculous, but I hadn't been completely disconnected in over 4 years. This was practically a new experience again. It wasn't until the 4th day I was there that I was finally comfortable without my phone. I was sitting with my sister, literally on the side of this mountain, when I started thinking to myself, what is social media doing to me? What is it doing to my peers? That was only 4 days, and it was anxiety-inducing. It was stressful, and it resulted in withdrawals. That's when I started to ask questions and have since started my master's research into this subject. You see, I've worked in social marketing, primarily in higher education, for most of my career. That means I work with a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds, which also happens to be the most active demographic on social media. The other thing you need to know about me is that I'm young enough to have grown up with social media, but just old enough to be able to critically engage with it in a way that 12-year-old me probably couldn't. So my life is social media, personally, professionally, and academically. And if it was doing this to me, what was it doing to everyone else? Well, I immediately found out I wasn't alone. The Center for Collegiate Mental Health found that the top 3 diagnoses on university campuses are anxiety, depression, and stress. And numerous studies from the US, Canada, the UK, you name it, have linked this high social media use with these high levels of anxiety and depression. But the scary thing is that high social media use is almost everyone I know. It's my friends, it's my family, my colleagues. 90% of 18 to 29-year-olds are on social media. We spend on average 2 hours a day there. We don't even eat for 2 hours a day. 70% of the Canadian population is on social media. Our voter turnout isn't even 70%. Anything we do this often is worthy of critical observation. Anything we spend this much time doing has lasting effects on us. So let me introduce you to 4 of the most common stressors on social media that, if go unchecked, have potential to become full-blown mental health issues. And this is by no means an exhaustive list. Number 1,
Let's go.
the highlight reel. Just like in sports, the highlight reel is a collection of the best and brightest moments. Social media is our personal highlight reel. It's where we put up our wins, or when we look great, or when we're out with friends and family. But we struggle with insecurity because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reels. We are constantly comparing ourselves to others. And yes, this was happening before social media with TV and celebrity. But now it's happening all the time, and it's directly linked to you. Here's a perfect example I came across in preparation for this talk. It's my friend on vacation. BRB nap. Wait, why can't I afford vacation? Why am I just sitting here in my PJs watching Netflix? I want to be on a beach. But here's the thing. I know her very well. I knew this was out of the ordinary for her. I knew she was typically drowning in schoolwork. But we think, who wants to see that? The highlights are what people want to see. In fact, when your highlights do well, you encounter the second stressor on social media, which is number 2, social currency. Just like the dollar, a currency is literally something we use to attribute value to a good or service. In social media, these likes, the comments, the shares, they've become this form of social currency by which we attribute value to something. In marketing, we call it the economy of attention. Everything is competing for your attention, and when you give something a like or a piece of that finite attention, it becomes a recorded transaction attributing value, which is great if you're selling albums or clothing. The problem is that in our social media, we are the product, and we're letting others attribute value to us. You know someone or are someone that's taken down a photo because it didn't get as many likes as you thought it would. And I'll admit, I've been right there with you. We took our product off the shelf because it wasn't selling fast enough. This is changing our sense of identity. We are tying up our self-worth with what others think about us, and then we're quantifying it for everyone to see. And we're obsessed. We have to get that selfie just right, and we will take 300 photos to make sure. And then we'll wait for the perfect time to post. We're so obsessed, we have biological responses when we can't participate. Which leads me to the third stressor on social media. Number 3, FOMO. It's a light phrase, we all throw it around. But FOMO, or the fear of missing out, is an actual social anxiety from the fear that you are missing a potential connection, event, or opportunity. A collection of Canadian universities found that 7 out of 10 students said they would get rid of their social networking accounts if it were not for fear of being left out of the loop. Out of curiosity, how many people here have or have considered deactivating your social? Wow, that's almost everyone. That FOMO you feel, the highlight reels, the social currency, those are all results of a relatively quote-unquote normal social media experience. But what if going on social every day was a terrifying experience, where you not just questioned your self-worth, but you questioned your safety? Perhaps the worst stressor on social media is number 4, online harassment. 40% of online adults have experienced online harassment. 73% have witnessed it. And the unfortunate reality is that it is much worse and much more likely if you're a woman, LGBTQ, person of color, Muslim. I think you get the point. The problem is that in the news, we're seeing these big stories. We're seeing the 18-year-old Tyler Clementes who took his life after his roommate secretly filmed him kissing another guy and outed him on Twitter. We see women like Anita Sarkeesian being close to shamed off the internet and sent death and rape threats for sharing their feminism. We see these stories once it's too late. But what about the everyday online harassment? What about that ugly Snapchat you sent your friend with the intention of it being private, and now it's up on Facebook? And so it's just one photo. It's funny. It's just one mean comment. It's not a big deal. But when these micro moments happen over and over again over time, that's when we have a macro problem. We have to recognize these everyday instances as well, because if they go unchecked and the effects unnoticed, we are going to have many more Tyler Clementes. The effects aren't always easy to recognize. How many of you have noticed the notifications at the top of my screen? Yeah. And how many of you, like me, are bothered that they're not checked? Yeah. Okay, here, let me check them for you. Okay. Just one small example of what this can do to you. Maybe you simply cannot focus because your notifications are going off the handle and you need to check. That need eventually becomes addiction. Regarding social media, we are already experiencing impairments similar to substance dependencies. With every like, you get a shot of that feel-good chemical, dopamine. You gain more of that social currency. So what do we do to feel good? We check likes. Just one more time. We post. Just one more time. We're anxious if we don't have access. Doesn't that sound like every drug you've ever heard of? Yeah. So when that grows, when your social media use goes unconfronted over time, that's when we see the rising levels of anxiety and depression. The FOMO, the distractions, the highlight reels, the comparisons, it's a lot, and it's all the time. The Canadian Association of Mental Health found that as young as grades 7 to 12 students who spent 2 hours a day on social media reported higher levels of anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. For those of you doing the math, that's as young as 12 years old. Now here's the thing. I like social media. I do. I love it. And hearing what I've said today might make you think I want you to get off of it, but I don't. You see, I don't think it's going anywhere. So I'm not going to waste my time telling you to spend less time on social media. Frankly, I don't think abstinence is an option anymore. But that doesn't mean you can't practice safe social. You see, everything I've talked about today has nothing and everything to do with social media. What do I mean? I mean, social media is neither good nor bad. It's just the most recent tool we're using to do what we've always done: tell stories and communicate with each other. You wouldn't blame Samsung Television for a bad TV show. Twitter doesn't make people write hateful posts. So when we talk about this dark side of social media, what we're really talking about is the dark side of people. That dark side that makes harassers harass, that insecurity that makes you take down a photo you were excited to share, that dark side that looks at a picture of a happy family and wonders why yours doesn't look like that. So as parents, as educators, as friends, as bosses, this dark side is what we need to focus on. We need preventative strategies and coping strategies so that when you have your low days, because you will, when you're questioning your self-worth, you never get as low as Tyler Clementi and the many others like him. Okay, Bailey, how do you find social media wellness? Here's the good news. The good news is that recognizing a problem is the first step to fixing it. So hearing this talk is just that. Step one, recognize the problem. Do you know the power of suggestion? When someone tells you about something and then you start seeing it everywhere. That's why awareness is critical. Because now you will at least be better able to recognize these effects if and when they happen to you. The second thing you're going to do is audit your social media diet. The same way we monitor what goes into our mouth, monitor what goes into your head and heart. Ask yourself, did that Facebook scroll make me feel better or worse off? How many times do I actually check likes? Why am I responding this way to that photo? And then ask yourself if you're happy with the results. And you might be, and that's okay. But if you're not, move on to step 3. Create a better online experience. After my partner did his audit, he realized his self-worth was too tied up in social media, but particularly celebrities reminding him of the things he didn't have. So he unfollowed all brands and all celebrities, and that worked for him. But it might not be celebrities for you. For me, I had to purge other people off my timeline. So let me tell you a secret. You do not have to follow your friends.
No good nigga.
The truth is that sometimes our friends or the people we have on Facebook as a courtesy,
They jealous.
they just suck online. You find yourself in the middle of this passive-aggressive status war you didn't even know was happening, or you're looking at 50 photos of the same concert from the same angle. If you want to follow artists or comedians or cats, you can do that. The last thing you're going to do is model good behavior. Offline, we're taught not to bully other kids in the playground. We're taught to respect others and treat them how they deserve to be treated. We're taught not to kick others when they're down or take pleasure in their downfalls. Social media is a tool, and it's a tool that can be used for good, for more positive groups, for revolutions, for putting Grumpy Cat in Disney movies. I tell you, the internet is a weird place. So is social media hurting your mental health? The answer is it does not have to. Social can tear you down, yes. Or it can lift you up, where you leave feeling better off or have an actual laugh out loud. If I only have 24 hours in the day, if I'm going to spend 2 of those hours on social media, then I prefer my experiences to be full of inspiration, laughs, motivation, and a whole lot of Grumpy Cat in Disney movies. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So what do we think about what this young lady had to say?
She nailed it. Plain and
It's
simple,
right.
she nailed
What
it.
do you think? I mean, could this really affect our mental health if we're doing too much on this bad boy right here? Are we thirsty for likes? Like, are we what's the like? What are we? You know what I mean? Are we on this shit too much?
Ladies
I don't
first.
know. You know, that's something we got to figure out. You know what I'm saying? You got anybody want to step up? The floor is
I can I make a comment about what she said about social currency?
go for it. Mhm.
There, I keep naming the shows only because I don't want people thinking I thought of it, you know. But
Who cares?
there's a
No,
show
go ahead.
called Black Mirror on Netflix, and they had an episode where social media was the currency.
Really?
So
Mm.
you have you live your life off of likes, and the more likes that you have, you
Oh,
get promotions, you get loans. Your whole life is based off of approval. And so even when you're walking, if you buy it, like the example in the show, she bought a cup of tea and a cookie, and she had to like the guy because he gave her a compliment, and then the barista, and then the barista pretty much gave her the compliment because he needed the like in order to show that he was engaged and part of, he wanted to do whatever he wanted to do for the job. But the whole point of the episode is that we are living in a world of social currency, right? And that we're going in this direction if we keep living off of strong, social currency. Like we getting jobs. Before it was like, okay, I gotta hide my Facebook account for my job, and now there some jobs are like, okay, well, let me see your Facebook or your Twitter, because now it's become currency.
It's a I think that's a security issue from what I've been hearing. So they check your social media to see who you interact with because people will lie on who they know and who they don't know. They dig up your family, they dig up your friends, they dig up anybody you ever interacted with, and me being a federal employee, it can affect your security clearance. Straight up, people will not hire you based on who you know and who you talk to. You ain't
Yeah.
even got to know them. Half of the folks we got up here, we wouldn't deal with in person, but we can cost each other our jobs straight up without even trying. We can. So everybody up here need to be very wary of that. I trip out and I bug out with everybody, but we can always drop that real. We always tell each other that truth. That's the biggest security I can provide to all of y'all up here. We're gonna trip out, we're gonna act up. Everybody's allowed to cut up every now and then. Nobody cares about that. It's what you say and how much information you tell based on how secret it is. And then how you act. I could dwell into that all day, but I know we almost hitting 2 hours. Let me shut up before I start.
Nah, get busy.
God damn it, don't get me started. I done tried, man. I done told you.
Eleanor, and pass it back. We just passing that mic. We swinging this joint.
Go ahead, Eleanor. Let me go ahead, Eleanor.
Eleanor, what
I
you got?
I was reading your comment, Tony, and I was thinking, on my Facebook, I'm never on there, but I'm adopted, and I use my Facebook to literally like what I call Facebook stalking my biological family. Where because I can kind of get to know them without. I feel like if I just put myself in their lives, I could be disrupting their lives. I don't know what's going on in their lives. I don't want to like I was really crazy to find out that my dad didn't even know I existed. I feel like I really screwed up his life by letting him know that. I could have lived forever just knowing who he was and been fine with it. So I just I stay from afar and I use it to watch people. I like having it like that. I don't have to risk messing up life or even messing up my own life. I just kind of watch them, and that's
from
it.
a distance, from an arm's length.
From a distance, right? Exactly. Right. Yeah, and it's and that way that it's more positive for me. But I had to get off for a while. I was on, and I was communicating with all family, and it just became this over pull of everyone could communicate with everyone. These people could communicate with those people, and they really needed to know their own boundaries and not be able to communicate with each other because they had nothing to do with each other other than me. So I was really the only one that needed to be. They didn't need to start interacting with each other and start, why are you, it just became this cesspool of this drama and stuff. And I was like, nope, I'm off of here. I'm out of here. This is not good
Yes.
for me. This is not healthy for me. And it took a lot to leave. I would leave and then I'd come back a few days later, and then I left and I stayed away. And after a month or two, I was like, I don't even want to go back. This feels so much better. I'm not worried about the likes. I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about.
I think for you, you're
in
over
my
what
face
you were
all
looking
the
for.
time. Yeah,
you were over what you were looking for.
You'd have that
found
stuff,
what
but
you
it'd
needed to
be
straight. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be minimal. It'd be when you got together on the weekends or something with your friends, you might have to deal with it. Now it's
Right.
24/7. You're dealing with it. and I think it's too much for just everyone. Like we shouldn't have to deal with that 24/7. Like,
Right.
you know, so I'm like,
Like, I'm getting sick of you.
I cut it out, and I'm less depressed. I'm noticing more about I'm getting more shit done. Like, I'm more productive in the stuff I have to get done. Like,
How much of it has to do with you doing what you want to do over what you were looking for? If I was to ask you, there were
what do you
certain
mean?
things you were looking for in life. Now that you're over it in your past, you're able to focus more on yourself. Can I ask you that?
You pass that by me one more time.
You had something that you were looking for that was on your mind. Now that you found it and you're over what you're looking for, now you can focus more on yourself. Do you feel that aspect at all?
To some degree, there's still a lot that I'm not. I found people, but there's still so much that I'm looking for. What it
I
was
used
is
to tell
like,
people, go ahead. Go ahead.
I became, like she would say, so like, I would post a video, and I didn't know about, I still don't get like algorithms and stuff. Like, when you post, like, people see it, and that's like, I just posted, a thing whenever it was there, and I was like, oh, I should put that out there. And it became a thing where, like, I would see like family members and friends, like, all their posts getting likes, and I wouldn't, and I would be like, oh gee, they must freaking hate me. Not understanding any of the other stuff. Like,
Right.
it just became a thing that I was like, I was really getting on myself for stuff I didn't need to be getting on myself for, stuff that wasn't even
Your
reality,
fault.
but I was
Mm-hmm.
making it a
Mhm.
reality. And
So you made a mountain out of a molehill.
yeah,
Yeah, for no reason.
for no, yeah, well, yeah.
What was it?
I didn't even know it wasn't for no reason. Like, I mean, to me, it
Right.
was, why are all my friends and everybody, why are they getting likes by mine? I wasn't on as often as they were, so there were a lot of it. I don't think people, maybe a lot of them do, maybe a lot don't understand all the algorithms that go into it. How
Mm-hmm.
your interaction with other people will affect how other people, like, just in your friend group, will see your posts and stuff. So
Yes.
they may not see it. They might not even, these people
Yep.
may never even see it to like it. And here I am thinking, well, they just don't like it. They just don't
They
like
just
it.
don't
They
like
had
it.
to
It's
have
not
seen it
you.
because I saw
Right.
their thing, so they had to have seen my thing. So, and that, I'd be like, and I would start shit, not meaning to start shit, being like, well, why didn't you like my stuff? Like, they're like, I didn't even see it, and I'd be like, yeah, sure,
Yep.
and it's a whole lot of unnecessary drama that just doesn't, we don't need in our lives. That, it's, yeah. I think it was. I just realized it was causing, for me, more harm in my life than a positive. And I was like, no, I'm going to dip. And now that I'm not on social media, I'm actually more social with my friends. Like, because when I call them, I'm actually interested in what's going on. And I know how their life is, and I know how they.
That kind of leads back to my original question. Now
Like,
that you got some things out the way, you can focus more on yourself. It's like, do you have a clearer conscience, if you will?
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
should
yeah.
have voiced it like
Mhm.
that. That's what I was meaning to ask.
Yeah.
I couldn't word it
Okay.
right.
Okay. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I used
Good
to
money.
recommend to people
Good
who were
money.
depressed or going through something, I would always tell them, one of the biggest things I used to do to get over a lot of my loneliness or to refocus myself, I got back in touch with any and everybody I ever knew. I would just go through my phone book on Sunday and just call people every weekend just to say what's up, see what's going on. For me, that helped, because once you get over getting in touch with family, seeing how everybody is, and then getting in touch with friends, seeing how everybody is, you can refocus on yourself, because it's an aspect of your conscience that's congested. You get that cleared up, then you can go ahead and do what you want to do. It has helped me, and I've told people who are going through stuff to do that themselves. And even if they didn't want to connect with you, at least you got that out the way. Every now and then they might come back and they'll be like, thank you. Some folks will be like, no, we don't have to talk, we ain't never got to talk, what we did was going, and it's over with. You got to get that. There's a part of us that we have to get over within ourselves. That's just one step. You know what I'm saying? It's just one step in my eyes.
And
It's work.
I find that I'm more actually interested in what's going on in my friends' lives when I'm not seeing their lives all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Thinking about
Yeah.
them and caring about them and want to know what's going on. When I do pick up the phone and be like, "What's up?" Like, it's not just like, it doesn't become mundane. I wasn't like respecting my friendship with them. It just became something that I expected. And we don't have to be friends with anyone. Like,
Would you say
it's
you had to
on and
get
on.
over a part of yourself and how you treated people?
No,
If you
it was
say
just
it
that they
like
were
that,
always there. So, like, like, on social media, I would always see their stuff. So why, it just became something that wasn't special. It was just something that was
It was
there.
routine. It was routine.
I
Yeah.
took it for granted.
There you go.
Because it was
Yes. Now let me jump in. Let me jump. Now
Now we
check it out.
go.
Exactly. Now exactly. Now sometimes in life, right? As we all get caught up in life and we get busy and do all these things, right? Sometimes we do kind of forget some of our friends and stuff like that.
Yes, we
Right.
do.
So we don't want to take them for granted. And speaking of that, we got Brian TX in the house. Brian, what's up? You hear me, Playboy?
What's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
You see, John.
Talk to me, man. Pull back up closer. Come on in. Don't get too
Ah,
cozy. It's your turn. We're gonna pull
You
you
know,
up in
relax
here. I
on
know
us.
that
You just
got a
gonna
little.
come up
I know
in here
that
and
got a
get
little
comfortable,
wrong
man.
right
Sit
there,
your
but we back in the game, baby. Brian, we talking planet of the apps, social media addiction.
Way
I don't
too
know how
many of
late
them.
you got. I'm sorry. I don't know how long you've been. I know you just pulled up, so I don't know what you missed so far. But we pretty much talked about TikTok, Instagram, OnlyFans, online prostitution, and does too much social media affect your mental health? What do you got on social media, Brian? How will your, how is your feeling on that?
I think it does. I mean, because I did I'm going on a year and a half Facebook and Instagram free.
Mhm.
I love it. It's just
Nice.
I got tired of like logging on and it's some dumb shit somebody posted, and then other people who I know, it's like a public dear diary. And then when it comes like on other like issues, they're like, oh, if I had, I'm always opinionated, and I give my 2 cents, and then people don't like it, then they're like, well, fine, then they just unfriend me over like the littlest dumb thing. So I'm just like, all right, well, come talk to me when you grow up.
Facts.
But I'm at the point now where I'm just pretty much the only thing I have active is my Twitter and Snapchat, but I'm pretty much gonna do away with my Twitter as well.
Hmm.
But the only way I could be in contact would be like WhatsApp, Skype, or Snapchat.
You ain't said nothing about half shit.
Yes.
You
No, because that's not stuff we dumping. Wait, time out. That's not shit that we getting rid of. We rocking with Haps, so we're not gonna shit on Haps.
At least
we
on
shitting on
Haps.
everything else, basically.
No. At least on Haps, we have a live interaction. Over
we
on
rocking.
Facebook and Twitter, it's just I don't know. I've gotten bored of it, and a lot of people. My sister, she pretty much like she eats, sleep, breathe Facebook. Anything that's on Facebook, she takes that as facts. Even though no matter how many times I debunk it, she just thinks I'm a hater. And then other people I know, like out of an 8-hour workday, they'll spend at least a good 6 hours on Facebook or Instagram, see what everybody's doing. I mean, it's just like um a lot of relationships has failed over Facebook because so and so they're over in Greece and we're here in Florida. Or
I need more.
oh wow, look at that, they're at a concert up in Washington and we're going to a water park. Yay. It's just a lot of people are just that it's a lot of comparison.
Yeah.
And I think it's like Roosevelt that said it best. It's like he said that comparison is the biggest thief of joy.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, Theo, go ahead. I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But overall, though, I mean, I think when social media first started out as good as a good intention, but then over time it just became more of a negative versus a positive.
That's how I kind of feel about it. So let me just shout out the chat real quick. Frida Gillespie in the house. Frida, what's up? Thank you for pulling up. I sent you an invite if you'd like to talk about this this right here. We'll go about maybe 20 more minutes. I guess we'll wrap it up at an even 2.5. We'll run a little longer.
I'm going to bed
It's
early
over your
tonight.
normal time.
Listen, if you
frame.
got to
I know
roll,
this
you got to
is-
roll. You flow with the flow. You know what I'm saying? This is
I
like,
got I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. I got a flight.
listen, get to sleep. God, hey, man. Oh, really? I'm not gonna be in your business, so I'm not gonna ask you where. But listen, enjoy. Right. Enjoy. Have fun, and thank you for pulling up, big bro.
Yeah.
I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks, so thanks for pulling up, Brian TX, y'all. Enjoy your flight. Be safe. Enjoy your vacation.
Get to the
Pull back
airport
up.
early. Get to the
Yeah,
airport
yeah.
2 hours early. I hope you vaccinated.
I hope it's not
Listen,
Spirit.
well,
Nah,
listen.
nah,
Right,
Oh.
my antibodies are good. They're
There you
good. I've been taking a lot of the vitamins. I've been
Hey.
eating a lot of mushrooms. I've been eating a lot of greens. So I'm good.
I was offered mushrooms in college, but I refused.
No.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking, B. Come on, dog. You know what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't wait to just sing the song saying I have my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in the world, a cold beer in my hand.
Oh my.
This fool rapping over here.
That's now. Listen, I'm jealous, but I'm about to be grilling and chilling in another minute. So let's do what it do, man. We work hard, we deserve it. I mean, when I say grilling and chilling, that means like overseas on vacation, grilling and chilling. I know you the grill master. I can't touch you. I can't even carry a spatula, dog. I'm gonna keep it real.
Golly,
But when I
not
say
the
grilling and chilling, I meant like overseas grilling, like with my toes in the sand, just like you. That's kind of what I meant. You know what I'm saying? Big up.
No, Theo, like eating asparagus, kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, those kind of greens. and then like mushroom, whether they're shiitake, stuffed, portobello.
I like the portobello. Mhm.
Well, no, I mean because there's certain properties that mushrooms carry that help fight pandemics.
Let's let that be public information. God damn it! Eat the mushrooms and not the other ones, the portobello or one of the other three mentioned.
I'm against mushrooms. That's
Bob
why I'm
Ryan.
fighting fungus. Why would I eat it? That's all.
Listen. Well, it's either that or take a shot, and I'll go with the
I got
mushrooms, and I'll pass on the vax. God
Yeah.
damn it. Let's go. More mushrooms. I'm in the supermarket first thing in the morning. God damn it. Brian TX in the building. Show that love.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you for pulling up, brother. Let us know how we could follow you and see your social media that you still have remaining.
For right now, you can find me on Haps at Thailander, Texas. You can find me on Snapchat at Thailander1980 and Twitter for like another week, but at Thailander1980.
Yes, Brian TX. Thanks for coming through, brother. Have a safe trip, man. Pull up when you get back. We want to hear about this.
Yeah, I'll be on till when you're done. So, I mean,
okay, you hanging? Oh, okay, hang out for a few. All right. Yeah, we out in a few minutes, so we're gonna hang out for a few. Cool.
Can I add on to something that he did bring up, which was
Jump on it.
He mentioned about social media and the kids.
Yes.
And that is very important too, because that influence that the kids have on social media, like, and even what the lady was talking about in the TED Talk, these kids are addicted. And I'm not talking about just the 20-year-old millennials, 20, 30-year-old millennials. I'm talking about even the younger kids. The younger kids are addicted to social media. I mean, go ahead, Eleanor.
On that, parents, stop posting shit about your kids online. Don't do that. You do not need to be putting your kids out there to the bazillions of predators out there. Stop posting stuff about your kids online. Stop putting their pictures on there 100 times a day. Stop.
YouTube has videos of kids doing videos, and the acting is terrible, first of all, but they're coerced by the parents. They have like the kid ninjas, and it's a lot of parents enforcing or allowing. No, I'll say enforcing, because I'm pretty sure they're like showbiz kids now, because there's
they
an
want their
episode.
kid to be the breakthrough kid that makes the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you gotta look at that. What's his
Exactly,
name?
yeah.
Ryan. That kid Ryan. Dude makes like $1 million a month with the Ryan's Playhouse.
Hey man, listen.
I'm not even mad at him because my son was
Not
watching when he
mad.
was a kid. I'm like, who is this dude?
Right.
And then my mother-in-law, she was like, he makes like $1 million a month. We need to let Jason do it. I'm like, no, he can play with toys all day. Yeah, I could record it, but now he's a grown kid. He grew up faster than a little baby on The Simpsons, and he's still doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's
That baby
it's
grow up
crazy.
fast.
And it's crazy, just through social media. A lot of people got famous on social media.
Yep.
Jake Paul. Now he's that fool boxing heavyweights for no reason.
No, lightweights, not heavyweights, not heavyweights.
Heavy,
No.
Bieber got popular on
Bieber did yes
on YouTube and Facebook, and then Kane Brown got famous off of Facebook doing
Billie Eilish.
But
yeah,
that's such a
singing cover
small
songs.
Shit. Sunday Night Smoke podcast. All these motherfuckers blew up on Facebook. God damn, they blew the fuck up.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, everybody's trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, you know?
Yeah.
Like
That kid making $1 million
TikTok, I
a month,
don't understand all these stupid challenges.
Earlier that was the first thing we hit. Go ahead, B, go in. That's the
They didn't want to
first
talk
fucking
about
thing
it
we
with
talked
me
about.
because
For real,
they
like,
didn't understand what I was talking about.
was-
But now
No, we
I
knew
get
that
it.
was
spaghetti and a spaghetti.
We just knew that it was stupid shit. Go ahead, B. Roll into this.
Can you give us
Rolly
an
B, y'all
example,
take this
please?
over. Go for it.
From teenage girls to adult women, all the synchronized dancing, and then all this like. I was scrolling through my YouTube, and there'll be like little YouTube shorts of like girls doing the Bust It challenge, and
Yeah, the thought
other
challenge.
girls doing this. Was it the red silhouette challenge? And
Anything
all
that has
these
to do
other-
with thottery. Mhm.
That's not a thought thing, though. It's a
If you're
challenge.
naked in a fucking silhouette, it's thottery, goddammit. it. Showing your fucking body naked on the internet is thottery. Let's not try to clean this shit up. Male or female, it's fucking thottery. Hello. I don't know. I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying. I'm not getting at you, Roni, but let's not try to clean up fuckery. Let's call this shit what it is.
Yeah,
Fuck that. Keep
yeah,
it real.
man.
Fuck that. That's why we here.
It's a free it's free public nudity.
That's all the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck if it's under a goddamn silhouette or not. Your ass is naked, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then
What you
what
talking about?
was another popular one? The Bugs Bunny one.
I don't know. Just anything that had to do with shaking your ass,
Yeah,
or bending over, or being naked, like the thirst traps.
Yeah,
The thirst traps.
I see it all the time on my YouTube feed. I'm like, how the hell did this get on my shit?
Right, and
Like,
that's
who the
where
fuck is-
Eleanor was talking about the algorithm.
Yeah, who the fuck sent this to me?
That's why Eleanor was talking about the algorithms, because it's like, okay, well, you started looking at just this one thing, and now all of a sudden they slowly added one video, then they
Yeah.
slowly
Mhm.
added
Mhm.
another, and now it's like every other thread
I didn't
is.
think you click on it was going to affect that. Yeah, yeah.
You can't control it. You're like,
yeah, exactly.
block, and it keeps coming. I don't blocked you, but you still. This is crazy.
Yeah, because I was looking at the like YouTube videos on the hotel, like possible hotels I'll be staying at, and then I'll look on the side. You got girls like bikini haul, and I'm like, wait, I'm trying to look at a hotel here.
Well, yeah, hoes and their hoes and those.
Right. For my reason,
There's some hoes
they
in this
tied
house.
it too.
Come on now. If you see him
Hoes in this house.
Forget
There's
about
some
the
hoes in
boyfriend
this
and
house.
meet me at the hotel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
girlfriends and meet me at the hotel.
listen, you take some of your friends, I get some of my friends, and we all just get together.
But the whole my point.
Go for it.
My point
We just
was
wilding
that-
right now. Go ahead.
Exactly that. Where like here you have these things, let's say for kids, and they have in let's say you're watching YouTube, and like you said, you're watching something that is, or you have a kid and they're watching something, and then in all of the bubbles in the sidelines, all the thumbnails in the sidelines, there's like maybe 2 of them that's inappropriate.
Yes.
Mixed in with all the other stuff. It's like you can't catch it. They're like, you can't catch them enough to block all of them. So, but I mean, I'm really weary of like the kids growing up now, because it's very hard to filter all that stuff out. It's almost now impossible. Like they put privacy filters on there. And I think YouTube had to take it to a level where they actually had to create a kids website because of all the pervies that were on
Oh, geez.
the regular YouTube. But of course, the kids ones is not as great as the other one because the other one, the regular one, there's a lot of parents on there that do stuff with their kids that they don't put on the kids one. So that's just an example. But social media is, oh my gosh,
off the chain, and
It's detrimental.
no holds barred.
Toxic.
Thank you. Yeah,
David
you know what I'm saying?
David Chappelle did a skit on social media back then. And he used it as an example as a mall, and you try to go in the mall, you try to shop. But as you try to go in and you try to shop, there's XXX here. So
Yeah.
he visited one XXX, and he's
Yeah,
like, okay,
Ron
let me
Jeremy.
just go. And he kept, now that you visited the one, you can't stop. You can't clear your cookies or anything enough. If you go to YouPorn one time, you could be looking at dishwasher equipment, and the link for YouPorn is you cleared your cookies and your history and everything, but your link for YouPorn for some reason, like you're looking at dishwasher stuff and how to fix your dishwasher, and dishwasher,
Shout out to
hose. Dishwasher, but the
dishwasher.
hose. Why? I wanted to only go there once. Why is it in my feed now?
You know the
Like
bad
that kind
part.
of
You
thing.
know what that
So-
Triple X store really was, right?
Oh my God.
The Triple X store was really Spencer's, because you know you could walk up in there any age and the shit that was in there would have got you. We all been corrupted by Spencer's. Plain and simple.
Oh man, Spencer's, Hot
Yeah.
Topic.
Nothing's private. Nothing's private.
But,
You
but
on-
mainly Spencer's, yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And, but the thing about it is though, I mean, like, I know in America, you know, some people are very reserved and conservative, and some people are free spirits. But man, like other countries, there's just a lot of free spirits. Like they just don't care.
They don't. That's true.
Facts.
I've been in Europe, and regular television has sex
Yeah.
and nudity all over.
And every time when I come back into the country, it's like, God, America's behind the times. They're outdated.
Yes.
Are we outdated, or are we trying to preserve older traditional? Because everything is pretty much, we're about to fall off a cliff as a country right now. We've
That's
pushed the limits so fucking far that we're just ready to fall off the cliff right now from where we were as far as conservative or
You're
just
talking about, like,
old
morals and,
fashioned. Not even just. I'm just like just everything is just like a whole, as in like the violence, the everything. We're at a point of where this shit is. We about to drop off a fucking cliff right now. That's how crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really
don't know
is.
what to do next. I hear you on that.
Yeah, the
how we treat-
media.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
wild.
other things that we're like way behind on.
Yeah, the media is the
We
main
seem to have just
culprit
thrown
of,
our
like,
morals out the windows. We're like, screw it, we don't need those.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, and the media is like the main one who like really stirs the pot, really.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we don't even know if it's their job. like
Yeah, well, I mean-
there may be a bigger. I don't want to say anything, but there may be a bigger picture to that. Brian, we know we're on the same page with
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
don't go too far into that. But you know, mhm.
Yeah, TJ and I were talking about it yesterday, like when when
You already know.
when he came down.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I finally met TJ in person.
That's what's
but-
up.
I saw
yeah.
you all.
Yeah, so we were just talking about it. We're just saying like how with the media and everything and social media, it's just how everybody, and I've said it numerous of times, like people are more just being more like sheep. They're going by hearsay and not actually stopping, thinking for themselves, doing their own damn homework. Like it's too much work for them about
When
all
you
the
follow
stuff
the
going
largest
on.
influence and go from there, that's how we stuck. I always tell
Yeah.
people when the internet first started, the first thing they told us is don't believe everything you see on the internet. People fall victim to the first topic that pops up. You type in the title or you type in the topic. The first link is the first one they go to. You gotta look at some of the other ones. The first link means that's the one that got hit the most. It is not the
Yeah.
truth. That is what
Not
they have to
necessarily.
realize about the internet.
Mhm.
You have got to watch that. And any and every story can be posted up there, so it may not be the actual fact. That's why half of these people are screwed. I don't give a damn what your research is. I don't give a damn what your information is. Is it the most reliable, and how do we prove it? That's where
Right.
we
Yeah.
are all stuck at, straight up.
People need to learn to check their sources.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people like it's like you can watch the videos, you can read the articles, but just at least make an attempt to do your homework, and then make the logical decision for yourself.
You got to, yeah, you got to. That's just
But
all it
a
is.
lot of
Compare notes and go
but
from there.
a lot of people just find this too. I mean, it makes no sense to me. It's like if he can spend hours and hours on you, hours a day, looking at social media, you can spend hours and hours a day looking up your research and actually checking something out.
Good shit, actually. Good shit. All right, now check it out. We about 2:20 right now. We're gonna make one more pass around. All right. So after we get these final comments from everybody, remember, let us know where we can find you, where we can follow your channels. Okay. So we'll start. Let's see. I don't know. Anybody want to start first? Eleanor?
Sure. On Haps, you can find me at Crooked Muse _ELE. And from there, you can connect to all my other social media accounts that I'm never on. So just
big up to that. It is not an anti-social media show, mind you. We just covering some facts. Get busy.
Add a follow, and then when I'm on, find me and be like, hey. That's how you get a hold of me.
That's a damn shame.
That's just how we rocking today. Let's do what it do. Eleanor Marie in the building. One more time, y'all. Give it up, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Brian, what you got for us, man? Any final thoughts? Closing it one more time. Run us through your whatever social media that's still active.
Just a Twitter Thailander 1980 until I decide when to cut it off, and then other than that, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Skype.
We're not gonna include WhatsApp and stuff in social media. That's more like just like a messenger. So that's not really, yeah.
I mean, it's still a contact though.
All right, give us your phone number then, goddamn it. No, I'm joking. We can't get at you on WhatsApp unless we got your number, B. Come on.
But other than that, I mean, it's like Haps. Like Haps here, yeah.
That's what we talking about. Brian TX in the building. Thanks for pulling up, bro. Tony B, what you got for us, man?
I'm going to shut it down before T-Ronnie has the final word she's supposed to. Follow me up here, Tony D on Haps. I'm on Facebook. Don't worry about it. I'm on Twitter. You can see me up there. Good luck finding me. I'm on IG. Don't worry about it. I'll be on Twitch. I'm barely up there. Stay your ass right here on Haps. Big ups to Smoke. This is an outstanding topic. I think we had great coverage, honestly. Some things was up here I didn't know, and those clips you played made me aware of certain things that we have been talking about or that has been brought to our attention I didn't pay attention to, i.e. mental health awareness and the addictions and how they are diagnosing or looking at it. Yeah. So I think this is big for real, man. Big ups to you. Big ups to everybody up here. Holler at me anytime, man, for real.
Tony D. T-Ronnie, what you got closing for us, baby girl? What up?
I'm on Haps. I am social media. I'm on Haps at T-Ronnie Robinson. I'm also on Pinterest and Twitter at the same name and Facebook under the same name. So if you are social media and you're hopefully not nutty or
a weirdo. No weirdo. Now wait, talking about no weirdos.
No weirdos, please. I mean, I want a weirdo. I don't mind a weirdo, but if you are a weirdo and you're,
you tried to help. You set yourself right back up. The hell with it.
No sociopath.
What?
We only accept weirdos, but we don't. God damn it! And that's not a claim of that's actual
facts. And thank you, Sunday Night Smokers, for listening and paying attention.
For the pull up, right? Yes, right. T-Ronnie Robinson, y'all. Give it up. I'm gonna roll back in for one hot second. I'm gonna just say in general, hopefully some of this information in this conversation was helpful to anyone that just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? If you learned something, that's good. If you didn't, that's good. If you were entertained, that's great. God damn it. All right. But hopefully you can learn something from these conversations. Okay. Because that's what we do. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming through. Eleanor Marie, Tony D, my man, Brian TX, everybody in the shouts in the chat room from start to finish. It's a lot of names. Anthony Davis, honorable mention. I see you in the chat, Anthony Davis. Chrissy Katz. What's up, Chrissy? You guys are a little late. Frida Gillespie, better late than never. So
Hey,
thank
yo,
you.
shout out Charles Booker too. He was in earlier. I didn't know if he was
Booker.
gonna come up. Yeah, he gonna do
Shout
something real
out.
soon. We gotta stay awake for that one too.
Yeah. Let me see who else we got here. Theo Dawson, thanks for pulling up. All right. Javina, what's up, brother? Javina, I always mess his name up, so we just going.
Jeeves. He said go by Jeeves. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jeeves, thanks for pulling up, big brother.
My fellow blabber.
Yes, sir. Because we are a bunch of blabbermouths.
No, there was a site a few years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago. It was called Blab, and that's how I
Really?
met Jeeves. Yeah, it's same
Oh,
setup, just like this.
Really?
But you would have 4 people. You have a chat room, but you could, like, whoever's like the main creator of the room, you can make other people a host, and we'll talk stuff. We'll talk some of the issues. Other times it just become like a hangout, and other times, other guys we get like we're cool with each other. We kind of have like a musical chairs, like we'll bounce somebody out and
Mhm.
we bring them back in, bounce them out. I mean, we just have fun with it, but it didn't last too long. Sucked.
That's why we're here right now, out with the old and
Gonna
with the
stay here.
new. Big up to Hap TV for having us in the building. I want to send a shout out to YouTube, WZFGFM, Hap TV, of course. Thanks once again, everybody, for pulling up. Catch us next Sunday, 8 p.m. We're gonna do actually we're gonna branch off of this show. We're gonna actually talk about how social media has ruined today's current dating scene. Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. God damn it, that's right. So be here.
I can talk about that. Let's go.
Be here next Sunday, 8 p.m. because we gonna get busy. God damn it. We know how to get it. So once again, I want to thank everybody for coming through. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. Sunday Night Smoke podcast, as well as Brian TX, Tony D, Eleanor Marie, and T. Ronnie Robinson. Once again, thanks for pulling up. And remember, where there's fire, there will be smoke. You heard?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for pulling up, man. You guys have a good evening. Happy Sunday. All that good ish. Tony D bringing it back with that one right there. Ooh. I'm gonna just let this rock for like a hot 2 minutes because this is like, you know what I mean? This is like a classic song.
Hey, yo, shout out to Abyss. Shout out to Eric Schwartz on YouTube. They was in the chat too. We ain't hollering about.
Oh yeah, Eric Schwartz. That's my boy right there too. You know what? I gotta get him on here, man. I've been trying to get him up on here. He was the first to pull up.
Get your ass over here on House, man. The fella get down. Come on, man.
I know him personally. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna holler at him because I'm gonna see him tomorrow evening actually at the studio. So I'm gonna get him up in here. You know, we're gonna make it all
this song came out. Damn.
Good night, Frida. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna bring y'all down slowly, one by one, and bring this title page back up. Yeah. All right. We're gonna let Tony D. We're gonna let them see him do the sitting 2-step as we roll out. All right, y'all.
The only works if the chair swivels.
Yo, Brian, thanks for pulling up on the late end, my man. There you go.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Frida, you know
All good, man. Hey, yo, y'all be cool.
Yo, hold up, Smoke. You gotta bring
I'm
T-Ray
here.
back up. She was gonna sing. T-Ray said she was gonna sing. Bring her back up.
Really? Oh shit! Wait, hold up. No, she gone. She was bullshitting. She was just faking the front. God damn it. Hey, yo, Tony D, you know what we do. I'm on the circuit, man. Thanks for pulling up, big brother.
Oh, yeah, we got you, man. Let's do it. There she goes. She's still there. Come on, T-Ronnie. Computer.
You singing, Ronnie? Are you flirting?
I'm gonna save it for next week.
Oh.
Be afraid of. We're gonna sing, okay? Be afraid of.
We ready.
No, you gotta say, you know what? No, we set you up for Friday karaoke.
Oh my God, I was
We're gonna set you up, Ronnie. We're gonna do this Not set you up as in set you up.
I gotta come to the Friday. I said I was gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, come on, please. This be
Tony
on
D,
it,
we
man.
be on there heavy on Fridays. We get
I
busy.
can't work Saturday either, so I'll be up all Friday. Man. I gotta watch that.
Shout out to Mike D with the karaoke. Lenny, how do you pronounce her name? Lonnie P. Who had the karaoke?
Lenny P.
Lenny P. Yeah. So we're gonna do this. All right, y'all. We out the door, baby. You heard? Sunday night smoke, y'all. Let's do it. Thanks for having us, everybody.
Appreciate you, homie, man. Big ups to everybody up here for real.
Yes, sir.